On a night where we are robbed of our usual collision, we are here live for a very special Grinalong as we head back exactly 11 years for Elimination Chamber 2013. I'm joined as always, all-star panel, Manuel the Hooper. It's been too long, brother. How are you?
I'm good, just chilling. Is
You certainly sounded chill. I know that was, yeah, I believe you. Okay, cool. All right, we'll get
Yeah.
into more of this as we go here. It seemed like a loaded answer, Manny, so we'll get into this. Folks, we're going to be hitting play here in a couple of minutes. Bob, you are on countdown duty when the time comes. We're going to play at 5 past.
Okay.
So prepare yourself. It is Elimination Chamber 2013. Bobby, how are you?
I'm doing well. Got the show queued up, ready to go. Got the All-Star Saturday Night on the other television. Fired up, man.
You're actually watching the All-Star thing. I thought we were protesting in unity for Collision. I didn't know you were watching, but... Oh.
That's true. It's just on.
Yeah.
It's over there, so I'd have to look away from the actual Elimination Chamber screen, so...
God forbid. You know how we do these shows. We focus, we lock in, break it down, right? So, for anyone who's unaware, as we're going to kind of quickly... When I tweeted the poster for this, and Manny, you even said, right, you haven't seen this before, correct?
No.
From what I could gather from reading the responses to our tweet and even some DMs I got, it seems like this is kind of a lost match where people are aware they wrestled at the Royal Rumble. And I don't know how many people are actually aware that they wrestled again before WrestleMania. So, as JJ mentions here, it was kind of an event in itself that The Rock was wrestling at the Elimination Chamber. So that's what we're in for now. Anyone who's looked at this card will know that this may be an interesting evening, I think, ahead of us here. The undercard is there's a lot going on. There are some interesting pushes that I'm almost certain Manny doesn't know exist. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Bobby, any concerns here as we count down the final minute?
No, honestly, I don't remember much of this show besides the Rock and Punk match, and I haven't watched it probably since it was on. I watched the Royal Rumble one again when Punk came back. They put all those matches on YouTube, but I haven't seen this one probably since it aired, and I don't know the rest of the card, so I'm ready for it too, man.
It felt impressively problematic for a card that was only 11 years old, so that's something to look forward to, I guess. I don't know. Bobby, how are we doing for time here, mate?
We are about 25 seconds away, so get your Peacock, WWE Network, whatever, open. Are we good?
Yeah, you're good.
You're
good.
Here we go.
Yeah, you're good. All right, 25 seconds away. Bobby's going to count us down. Okay, Bobby, count us down. Let's go. Here we go, folks.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
Beautiful extended countdown there from the former host of the 31. I guess the current host just isn't. It hasn't yet been renewed, right? We're still waiting. We're negotiating the deal.
Yeah, we're on hiatus.
Yeah. I don't know if did we ever tell the story of the 32 with Joe Holbert? Because we're never going to do it at this point, right?
I don't think
did we
did.
ever tell that story? Okay. Manny, have you heard about the 32 with Joe Holbert?
No, I have not. Who's the guy doing the voiceover for this? He sounds very familiar.
No, and that's like just their old pay-per-view guy, right? He used to do a lot of their stuff, right, Bob?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, you probably just heard him on wrestling stuff.
Threw me off. I was like, who is? I couldn't figure out who he was. You know, I'd never heard of the 32.
We were going to do this bit where, in between 31 seasons, I was going to have a spin-off show called The 32 with Robert O'Neill, and it was going to have like no production value whatsoever. I couldn't get anyone to come on as a guest, like just the most loser show imaginable, and then Bob was going to take back over for the second season of 31.
It sounds like Ernie Johnson's bit where he can't find a sponsor for his segments.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah, perfect example. The Shield. Oh, okay, so Bob, when did the Shield debut? Just before this, right?
They debuted at Survivor Series 2012 in Indianapolis because I was there. And then they had the TLC match against Bryan and Kane and Ryback, I believe, were the three. And so they helped Punk against The Rock at the Rumble, obviously, and then that got thrown out. And so they're very new.
Yeah, like 3 months into their run.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
Grizzly Wraps, you are right. It sounds like the Halo dude.
That's a good one.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
When did the shades become a thing, Joe?
They're not a thing, really, bro. It's just that I have like an issue with my eye right now,
No.
and while this doesn't help, obviously sunglasses are not actually. I mean, it doesn't help my eyes. I'm very conscious about the way my eyes look right now, so it's less for me to worry about, you know.
No.
Because like most of the time they look fine, but sometimes my eye looks kind of crazy, and I do not want screenshots of my eye looking kind of crazy out there in the world. So
Are you sick too, or?
no, I'm fine. It's just what it is basically is like I need to get my glasses. I need to get stronger glasses. You naturally adjust, and I think my eyes have just hit a point where like fuck, dude, enough. You know, they're overreaching to read shit. So
I see.
yeah, but it'll be fixed by next week, sometime next week. I've got to get checked out and such. So, but I'm fine. Now, Manny, when I asked you if you were fine, you seemed sort of hesitant. You didn't seem certain, to be honest.
Oh, I know. I just didn't know where to start. I mean, that's just.
Busy time or not really?
Yeah, busy. It's hectic right now in my life. We have my brother moved back into our house. He brought his dog. Every day there's a dog fight going on here.
A literal dog fight, to be clear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dog fucked up his dog pretty bad.
Jesus. Immediately turned into bragging.
Yeah. And I feel bad because the dog's a puppy. And it's just.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. It's just dogs being dogs. You just gotta.
It's true.
Yeah. Dogs being dogs.
They don't. Sophie hates the puppy. That's why she's in here, and then the other dogs are outside. Yeah, she won't go outside until the other dog. We have to separate them, and they do better when they're separated for half the day, and then they're hanging out the rest of the day. So.
Got ya. Okay, the World Heavyweight title appears to on the line in our opening match here. The old big gold.
My God.
Oh my God, it's Tall Paul. Oh my. All right, folks.
Where is he? Oh, there he is.
He's in AEW. So here we go, folks. We're off and running. Paul White is on his way to the ring. He's an AEW wrestler, man. I don't know if you're aware. Paul White.
Yeah, at least he's walking fine here, you know.
I wasn't going to say it because I knew you was. So yeah.
We know in the next 10 years, you know, that's not the thing, you know. He walks like Kenny John. He looks like Kenny Smith, you know.
Did you see the clip? Everyone was focusing on Jericho on that cruise clip. Did you see poor Paul behind him, the way he was walking? Oh, man.
And this guy says he wanted to go for, another 10 years, right?
He was talking about, like, do we know what he's thought of his run? Because when he first came in, he was convinced he was going to wrestle a lot, and he has not wrestled a lot.
I think Tony. I think Tony, you know, just saved him. Oh, what the hell?
What the fuck is this?
I don't know what happened there. I wasn't watching.
Oh no!
Too. That's not good. Who did all this?
That's actually a very impressive prank. I mean, you know how heavy RVD.
That's
RVD. Oh yeah, that makes sense. All right, here we go, folks. As I was saying, impressively problematic show for just 11 years ago.
I think he still has the cars at least, so that's cool. That was a cool part of his entrance.
This match will probably be good, which is the worst part, right?
Yeah, he was good in 2013.
That angle that we just watched was like just peak shit WWE, wasn't it? Like just no reason for it to be that way, but here it was. Yeah. Now, Manny, am I right in saying that if the Collision was on tonight, you wouldn't be watching it anyway, right? Are you still in protest, or?
No, it's just I probably would have watched it because it just happens the Spurs aren't playing today. So I mean, it's All-Star Weekend, so I probably would have watched it.
It's true,
but it's so hard because like I'm getting slowly kind of into it, but the Spurs play on every day AEW's on.
Yeah.
They don't play on Tuesdays, they don't play on Thursdays, and they don't play on Sundays. It's always Wednesday, Saturday, and Monday. And it's just like, bro, what am I supposed to do? They play at the same time Dynamite's on.
It is also like with pro wrestling, it's like anything else. Once you get out of the rhythm of watching it every week, you do absolutely like it is a real thing. You do just
Oh,
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I noticed that when I wasn't doing the Dynamite review and I was watching Dynamite in clips, it was an adjustment, bro. When I started reviewing again, like you have to like retrain yourself, you know.
It's funny because like there's been stuff that's popped me, and I'm like, oh, I have to watch it. Like one thing I'm convinced of is the graphic of Samoa Joe, Brian Cage, and Hangman versus the RVD, Hook, and Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about that match every day, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. I need to watch it, and I just know it's gonna come on Wednesday, and I'm gonna be distracted by the Spurs game, and I'm gonna miss it. And I'm gonna be like, well, there goes all my hype for the week.
Yeah, it happens. Andrew just asked in the chat where our timestamp. We're at 8 minutes and 3 seconds?
Yeah.
We're in just across 8 minutes. We hit play at like 5 past, so gives you a rough indicator.
Just about to ring the bell on the first match here.
Yeah, Alberto's got the big gold. This is babyface Alberto here, which is as you kind of mentioned earlier. I mean, he has some good matches as a babyface, but it's not a project that really works long term because. Yeah.
Did you see it? I don't know if you guys go through this phase when you guys stop watching wrestling, but for some reason I try to make time to watch it, but I can't. But the news and everything around it still pops me, and I still want to know what's going on and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people follow that way. I'll be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
My God, look at Tall Paul here.
Like speaking of the big gold belt, like I saw Conrad's thread the other day popped me about it when he was talking about the history of the big gold belt. You know,
I didn't see that. I didn't see it.
Because he was breaking down how he has the version, one of the 3 belts that they use from 89 to 2008.
Right.
Okay.
And how he said that how from Rick had it, Benny carried the belt, and some other names. Oh, Rick Steiner. No, Scott Steiner carried it.
Scott.
It's just an awesome thread. He's like just rubbing in how he has his awesome belt.
He owns a lot of cool shit, man.
Yeah, he does.
And then he ended the thread and like, I'm still looking for the IWGP V4 belt.
Tall Paul here is there was a stretch in the 2010s where he was like really lean. Here he looks bigger, but he can still go here, right? This is like all right, Bob, would you say that's a fair assessment? I feel like he was leaner than this at one point, but
yeah, I think like the Survivor Series 2014 stuff, he's quite a bit leaner than this.
Yeah, I think so too, but it could be my just memory. He's beating the hell out of Alberto Del Rio, though, I must say.
He is.
Folks, we're on both the YouTube and the Twitch again tonight, so if you're watching on the YouTubes, please do like and subscribe and all those good things.
When did the Big Paul show end up? Like he wasn't good anymore.
The Big Paul show. The Big Paul show. He was good through. He becomes like a part timer in like 2016, but he's still good at that point. He wrestles like Braun and stuff. And,
you see the way he's kicking back up?
Yeah. This is good. I mean, hilariously.
He's not bad now. He just, can't go. I mean, he does what he can.
Yeah, he got
like
he's still quick. I mean, yeah. Or
yeah, quicker. Yeah.
Like
I think it was
off the car was really cool. So
it was. True.
You just know he regretted it. Just like fuck.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was as beast as it was completely dumb because he should have known they weren't going to do anything with Hobbs afterwards, right? Like, let's be real. It was.
I'm pretty sure they planned on it, and after he took that bump, said, "Nah, I think I'm good, man."
Bro, has Will Hobbs even wrestled a real match since then?
I have no idea. I just.
Yeah,
I just feel. I thought AEW would have been the best place for him, but it seems like they have no idea what to do with him.
No, he's been in the same spot for years. It's one of those things. It just feels like it is what it is at this point.
It's hard because, like, he is good, but he's just not as good as.
Yeah, man. can only push so many people, isn't it? Yeah. It's a very difficult thing. Like, they're trying with the Wardlow deal again, and that's struggling. It's hard. It's difficult.
Yeah, guys like that, I feel like they just got to realize, this company just isn't it for us anymore. Like,
my goodness.
Like,
why?
Brian Cage is like the best in his spot because he goes out there, has good matches with people, and just does his thing. He's a machine, he knows his gimmick.
Tony's not scared of beating him either, so he gets used a lot. Like,
yeah, I don't think he cares either. He just wants to go out there and just.
He just wants to get shit. Get shit. That's it, right?
He just wants to brag about having good matches.
What did we have? Oh yeah, Resourced. What's Tall Paul's in-ring peak? I think it is this range. I'd say when he comes back for the Floyd match through like 2013, I think is his in-ring peak because he's everything's slowed down for him and he's a more polished pro. I mean, he's really quite good here, like genuinely.
Yeah.
No, this match is pretty good and it's just a simple match, but he definitely, I think he figured things out as he got older. Oh my God, is he going up for a Vader bomb?
I will say, Camo is very good at, when it comes to fashion, hiding stuff, but it's not really helping the Big Show at all.
I'm not sure how I feel about the camo. I must say it's
not very pleasing on the eyes with him.
No,
yeah,
it's not. Vader bomb from Paul White, shades of Alexa Bliss there, Bobby, from Tall Paul.
And I also will say, seeing him take all these bumps on his knees and then knowing how he is now just kind of makes me wince a bit. Like, you just take it on your stomach, or just
as you said this in the chat, I can see why it walks weird now. That was brutal, yeah. Because you have to, when you're that size, like he has to prioritize the safety of his opponent, right? So he has to take everything, like basically on him. He has to take on his knees, or he has to just fall down.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like my stomach's pretty squishy. I mean, I feel like I would protect somebody. Like squishy. It wouldn't hurt.
I don't get that vibe looking at Paul, to be honest with you, bro. He also he strikes me side. He probably is. Probably had a beer or two in his time. I reckon that thing. I don't think you'd want that dropping down, bro. I think it'd be bad. My goodness.
Ooh.
I kind of hate to say this, but Alberto Del Rio, you've seen 2 matches of his.
Yeah, they were both pretty sick, right? Christian, bro, that Christian match was incredible. Look, man, it is what it is, right? He's a piece of shit. Obviously, it goes without saying, but like,
he was a pretty good wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't change. Us saying that doesn't really change anything, does it? Really? None of us are asking for it to be an AEW or anything. It just is what it is.
Like you said, the star ratings are already in.
How awesome was it to see those replies to that LNG 100 thing? That was cool, wasn't it? That was cool. Manny the Hoofer, you got some play there, brother. You got some run in those clips.
I'm just glad nobody posted anything controversial I've said on here either.
Yeah, you're pretty wholesome.
I think the funniest one that Samurai was the one where nobody posted it. The one with Arn. Where I said at least he didn't die when
that was funny. Yeah,
that's true.
What you said was it was actually funnier than that. You said that how crazy can Sid be if he didn't get the job done? Oh my, is Alberto going to do a dive?
Oh shit.
It's kind of funny watching Del Rio now, and like he was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and now he's trying to sell out half-empty arena AAA shows.
Oh, bro, he works smaller shows. You see some of the indie spots he does now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking like 20 people, like full high school gym graps. It's crazy. Conan's the only guy who'll book him, right? That's not like an indie. Speaking of such, I saw that Velveteen Dream made an appearance on an independent show. So I just want to say credit to wrestling for just always, when you think you have a good read on the wrestling climate, I'm glad that the promoters always make it clear to you that no, it will continue to get worse. No room for optimism in this great sport. So
yeah, how about Conan? Just trying to make a beef between the promotions and AEW, and I
know, bro. Fuck. I gotta be honest. I know people get mad. I kind of respect it. It's so shameless. Like, If you read the Dave report, you can literally just, like, hear Conan's voice, you know?
And the funny thing is, like, they said Penta wasn't even scheduled to be on Dynamite anyways. Or no, he was, but then he just missed his flight, so they decided to just put the match on ROH. That's all it was.
Yeah, because I saw that thing. Was it the Observer? Oh, chokeslam. Was it the Observer, Manny, that was like Penta missed this many pay-per-views or whatever?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
What would that have to do with... I didn't understand what that would have to do with CMLL. It made no sense to me.
And they're saying that luchadors can't be on the pay-per-views anymore, and it's just like, that's not even true. Like, we've seen other luchadors on the show, just not on the screen together, you know?
So weird, bro. So weird. Like, the worst one, look, I have so much respect for Dave, and I think, Manny, you're a big Dave fan too, right? Like, in the grand scheme.
Yeah.
But genuinely, some of the stuff recently is crazy. Like, the one he had about Triple H and The Rock was fucking insane. Did you see that, Manny?
No, I didn't see it.
So, in 2015, Triple H and The Rock did a segment together. And Dave thought it was new, but it didn't air, and it just made it to social media. There's a whole chunk in the Observer, like, they filmed this thing, didn't air on TV, but was all over social media where they were hinting at a match. And it's like, what the fuck is Dave talking? It was from 2015, bro. No, 2014. It was a full decade ago.
Mm-hmm. The one that was crazy to me was the Rocky Romero thing. He just posted the update, and that was it.
That was beast. Yeah, that was beast. That was a sick counter from Alberto there. Yeah, I don't know. It happens, I guess.
And then I feel so bad because then he posts that stuff about the Observer, how they're not letting any Mexicans on the show and all that. And then 6 hours later, Thunder Rosa's and CMLL, you know, just
it's getting tough, bro. Game's cooked without him, though. Let's be real. Ooh, that was nice. Look at that big giant cell there from the big man. This is a good professional wrestling match right here.
Yeah, this is good.
Enjoying it. Big gold. Much longer is the big gold around, Bobby?
I think Brock Cena is Unifier, right? That's where Brock holds up both the belts at the end. I'm pretty sure.
This is the year that Brian wins, right?
2014 or so.
Yeah. What's that, Manny?
Brian wins this year, right? This belt.
SummerSlam. At SummerSlam, he wins the big belt. Yeah. The Cena match we watched before, Manny.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a hell of a night. It was good times. Was that the show that Alex joined us for? SummerSlam 2013, I think, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, because he loves that show. He was there, and I think he thinks it's like their best pay-per-view.
Reese, unfortunately, your means of watching have failed you. This is well over 2 hours. This is 2 hours and 49 minutes long. So, oh my god!
Oh, there we go.
Look at this, like Beetlejuice, bro. You say his name, and he appears. Contrarian Alex in the house says Cena already has both the belts. They were unified at TLC 2013 with Cena and Orton.
That's right.
Wow. Contrarian Alex leering in the chat. Incredible.
Can I bring this up here since I'm going to forget about it? It has nothing to do with what we're watching. But
yes. Hold on, wait 1 second. Is this the finish? Where is it? Oh no. Oh no. Wait, I'm glad I stopped you there, Manny, because that was crazy what just happened.
Yeah, that was
okay. I don't know if you were watching this match, but that was fucking incredible what just happened. Oh, the crowd is like booing. Oh, that's unfortunate. The way that Paul sold that was fucking hilarious.
It's like a cartoon character when something hits him in the head and he sees stars, you know? That had nothing to do with the finish. That had nothing to do with the...
No, it was dumb. What was you going to say, Hooper?
It's about Sting and Darby when they retire and how I want them to come out. I kind of want Darby to come out in Surfer Sting face paint, but with like the skull kind of a thing like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want Sting to come out in like colorful
It would be cool, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of gear that captures both parts of his career would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. All right, Dorio's still the champ. Alex says, quote, I remember that vividly because I interviewed Moro the night before and he buried the absolute fuck out of the concept. This is fascinating. There's many layers to Contrarian Alex. You never quite know.
How'd you interview
the beauty of Alex. I guess we'll never know. I don't know. Unless he wants to stop through and tell us the tale. That may be all we're getting from it. He's a fascinating fella.
He only does, because Alex only does the movie podcast, right? The Contrarians?
Well, I think there was a past life where Contrarian was a bit of a face elsewhere. I could be wrong. You know, when we walked the streets of Chicago, we discussed, you know, economy and politics. We didn't talk about Mauro Ranallo, but maybe next time we'll get into it. Look at that big gold belt.
That would be a pop though. Mauro on the Contrarians, you know, the movies.
Mamma Mia! Bro, you could review Mamma Mia with Mauro Ranallo. That's fucking beast, Alex. Send a DM.
There you go.
That's tremendous. Tremendous stuff. Speaking of the great Contrarian. Oh my God, man. Speaking of the great Contrarian, he'll be back on February. When's the date for Grin Grappler? Bob, help me.
The 26th. What is today? The 17th, 27th.
Shit.
27th. Okay, yep. February 27th, Grin Grappler Gal Kim, which I think is our third women's wrestler, right?
Yep,
Asuka, Mickey. Yep. And also, Manny, have you heard about this Gal Kim business?
Yeah, I saw you guys are covering it, right?
Did you see the lineup?
No, I have not.
Madison Rain enters the Grin Grappler archives in this episode.
Oh, really?
One of Gal's like tops, I think it's like a 6th or 7th best match in cage match. It's a cage match with Madison Rain, and I was like, fellas, I'm sorry, but I need to see this. A cage match? What the fuck are they doing a cage match? Maybe it rules.
That's crazy.
And speaking of TNA, those fucking losers, bro. You see, it's just.
Speaking of TNA, those fucking losers. Good transition.
Writing notes and stuff about when you want Scott D'Amore. Every time I see a clip that pops up on my TNA, it's always Scott D'Amore like talking or something. Like, I don't know, bro.
They're fucked, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, not that they were like going to do well with Scott, but without him, I think they're fucked. Because the one thing they had was that like the audience the roster, I should say. My God, it's Claudio. I would not have guessed that he was on their roster at this point, but of course he was.
That's crazy.
Antonio, right? Antonio.
Beyond any opinion about Scott D'Amore, he had a connection with the talent that would convince them to stick around, right? Like there are guys who work there. I don't need to name names here, but they have a lot of loyalty to Scott, right? And it's like it's going to be very different now. So,
I saw a lot of like as the report says, a lot of them are willing to walk for it, and I was like. Okay, just like
they ain't gonna walk, but you know what I'm saying though, right? Like, there's definitely one of the only strengths they had was that the talent liked working for Scott D'Amore, and now that's gone. So it's also they haven't hired like it isn't like they had some like big time executive in mind. They've just given it to like one of their own guys. It's just like an in-house thing.
And then it's Tommy Dreamer, Delirious, and some other losers, I guess. Booking the show, I mean.
Yeah. Well, I guess they did say TNA was back, right? So.
I mean, everything about them says TNA is back. I mean.
Yeah. The thing is, man, it's like we can all analyze the things TNA do right and wrong, and we could do it for hours, but there is also the reality of just like as much as people on Twitter think we do, like no one actually wants a third promotion if we're being real.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things. Like it sounds cool. We get ourselves into the idea, but there is fucking so much wrestling on TV from the big two.
But I want to say, I see people who are saying that maybe WWE is going to buy their library and all that. There's no way in hell that they with with Endeavor that they even attempt to buy that.
I agree because they've had now 10 years to look at the numbers, and the reality is all of that stuff is really useless on the network. Like, it looks cool. It really doesn't matter. And moreover, once upon a time, they would do a TNA like DVD release. They don't do that stuff anymore, you know? So it's like, it would literally just sit there on Peacock. It'd be worthless to them.
I think what's going to happen is they're going to try to sell it, and somebody's going to try to buy it. But we all know that person's going to be Tony Khan. And there's two things that man's going to do with it. Try to keep that promotion alive like Ring of Honor, which I think is kind of a stupid idea, or he's just going to keep the library. But he has no idea what to do with the Ring of Honor library anyway, so...
Yeah, I honestly think I don't think they're selling for a little bit anyway, so I think it will just kind of I think it will be kind of an anthem project here for a while. We have the Miz and Claudio and Cesaro, I should say, underway for the US belt. Manny, what do you make of this Claudio gear?
It's
interesting, right?
Yeah, I skipped towards it. I was on an ad. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, he just did
kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah, Miz just got a schoolboy boot to the gut. He's, you know.
I see Miz throwing punches and kicks in the corner.
Okay, you're like maybe ahead. I don't know. Is he ahead or behind, Bob?
No, maybe a little behind.
Ooh,
hard to say.
That was a sweet counter Claudio just hit. Okay, I think you're behind, Manny, because he's working Miz's injured shoulder.
He just hit him with a schoolboy.
Yeah, you're a little behind. Alex is headed off. His Uber has arrived. See, man of mystery. Alex, he could be going anywhere, you know? Yeah, look at this. He's taunting us now. Have a good night, Alex. Yeah, this is absolutely true. No doubt, cosign. If you want to be a third promotion, you need to do something different. You need to have your own identity, so on and so forth. But even if you did it right, I think we can all agree there is like a pretty clear ceiling above your head in there. I mean, it's not like you're going to kind of make great inroads. It would take a lot.
No, I hate to say it, but like, there's no need for it. I mean, there is a need for it, but there isn't. I mean, like, Tony Khan pretty much made it their promotion Ring of Honor. Nobody gives a fuck about Ring of Honor. And people only care about the pay-per-views because they're so good. But Tony Khan, if you're a young up-and-coming talent, you're on Tony Khan's radar right away. He snatches you up and just hides you in Ring of Honor until you're ready for that call-up. And then if you're someone like Queen Amida or the bounty hunter Keith, what's his name? Keith?
Brian Keith.
Yeah, Brian Keith. I was about Keith Sweat. But, these guys are just like, they're so good that he just moved them up to the AEW roster already. So you know how it is. So.
Mm-hmm. Look at Nick Wayne, bro. He went straight to TV. It's not like he even use it that way. It's just, which is fine. Like, it's just, it is what it is, man. It's
And the thing is, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing because these guys don't wrestle as much anyways. But for some reason, it seems like they're improving more because they're just around guys that are just good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I don't know what method is better. Just them chilling and doing shit on the Indies and Ring of Honor, or just them pairing them with top guys in AEW and just seeing them.
It depends on. I think it depends on people's personality. Like, there's definitely something to be said for being active and wrestling every weekend, but there are also bad habits you can get from the Indies. You know, so. In some ways, you might be better off just sitting there talking to Christian Cage every week rather than working fucking insert independent name, you know?
Even if you get tired of hearing his old man shit, you have to work this way, to get the crowd feeling. At least it's going to be in the back of your mind when you're wrestling or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a good call, by the way. Tony should have run a live Ring of Honor show tonight. That's a good idea. Yeah. Legends off the air. That's a good call. They also should have done a YouTube thing. Like, they should have done like those YouTube timelines they upload sometimes that are like compilations of matches. They should have done one of those,
Well, they can't do that anymore, remember?
What? Oh, yeah, because I forgot. That's like a new... They haven't announced the deal. The deal is, I don't know what the deal is. Allegedly, it's going to involve this new streamer, right? That's the word.
Yeah, but it's weird because they're going to make that sports channel app or whatever, but then ESPN came out and said that they're making another ESPN app.
I have no clue, bro. They're all like getting together for different joint endeavors.
It's weird because ESPN is ESPN Plus. They're going to have this joint venture app, and then ESPN's going to make another app. So,
Bobby, do you have an answer for Manny's confusion about apps? Because I do not. My God.
I think the new ESPN only one is just like ESPN straight up because it's not included on ESPN Plus because you have to have cable to have it. So the new one that they're just doing is like just ESPN, and then ESPN Plus is still a thing with like other games on it and stuff. And then this new one, we don't one with Fox and Turner, we don't really have anything on yet. So I don't know how that's going to work either. It's all pretty stupid. It's probably not going to work, but
there were definitely people in wrestling that when they saw the report about the new streamer that's going to involve the Turner products, they were like, that's what the delay has been with the AEW deal. Now, people in wrestling say a lot of things, and many of them just guess. That was what a lot of people in wrestling thought. My God, bro, Claudio is a fucking demon here. I mean, he's always great, but are you seeing this here? Good God.
He's very good.
It's got an armbar on him or across wherever the photo. I don't know. Armbar, I guess. I don't know. Looks like an arm.
I remember I saw
people
something.
say a lot for.
Go, Bob.
No, go ahead, man.
No, I was gonna present about the pay-per-views, but you can go on.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say, people say it a lot for WWE guys, like around this time, how they misused them and kind of fumbled them. But Cesaro's one that they probably did. Like he's a guy that probably should have been world champion, to be honest with you.
His moment was the post Mania 30 thing, right? That was the moment, and they fucked it up, obviously. So, yeah. Oof.
Yeah, if you read the Observer, he won underappreciated every year.
Yeah.
That drives me nuts, bro. That underrated thing. It drives me nuts.
It's because you're voting for them, so they're underrated. So are they really underrated?
Yeah, and so because the way that Dave does it is, it's like most underutilized. That's a different word. That means something different than underrated. Claudio isn't underrated. Yeah. He's poorly used. My goodness.
I'm trying to think. I mean, who's somebody underused in AEW? There's a lot of those guys, I guess, but
in AEW,
yeah. But it's kind of hard to do that with their roster because everybody's so good. It's just like Tony Khan. They also
use their rosters, like they use it differently, where it's like everyone gets like a little bit of run, but not a lot, Whereas in WWE, guys will just vanish. AEW that happens less, I feel. I'm not saying it's better or worse. Yeah. I'm just saying it's different. I'm trying to think.
Did you see Lucha Blog's tweet? Because I guess he was watching some Mexican and shitty or indie, and Juralistico was there. And you know how Russo's been shooting an angle where he's been hurt the whole time and he's coming back soon?
Yeah.
Well, Juralistico just went out on his presser and just said, yeah, now we have visa issues,
That fucking rules. Oh my God, they did a DQ finish. Oh dear.
The Miz is actually pretty good in this match, but I don't know if it's because of him or it's because of.
I actually agree. I thought he was pretty good in it, but for some reason they did a DQ. But it was fine. That match has a 4.08 on Cage Match. I actually thought it was quite well wrestled, honestly. But
I don't know. I don't know if I'm. I don't know if I'm a good judge of Miz matches because I thought the Miz and Gunther match was good, and I got told I was crazy for it. So
it was good.
Who told you were crazy for it?
A certain British guy.
Monty?
Yeah.
Oh, the Survivor Series one. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was when you were doing your fed red hot bit.
Yeah, I was being like genuine. I was like, I thought it was good. He says, "Yeah, we don't got time for that." He kept saying, I was like, I guess what happens when you call wolf or whatever it is.
Cry wolf. There you go. Yeah. The Miz kicked him in the balls, Bob. Your thoughts?
It's kind of uncalled for.
Agreed.
Hey, shit, it's that ref.
This is a decent wrestling show so far, fellas. I don't know what the hate is about, you know? I'm sure nothing bad's about to happen.
Is that ref still around?
Charles Robinson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on SmackDown last night.
Yeah,
Speaking of SmackDown, did everyone watch the Rock promo?
No, I saw little highlights of it.
I think the big man might be back, fellas.
Yeah, I know. I saw the PowerPoint thing. I saw him calling Triple H a bitch, and to fix his slap. After I saw him slap Cody Rhodes and all the stuff that he's been doing, I just said, "Cody's fucked, bro." I said, "This guy's awesome."
The thing is, all he does is like he's just doing all the old shit he used to do. But because he's so charismatic, it doesn't really matter, you know. Like it's the Rock, right?
I didn't want to be the one that tweeted, but when I saw The Rock and Roman walking together after that presser, I just said, "Come on, bro." I didn't want to tweet because I didn't want to be that guy, but then I saw somebody else tweet that Roman has no aura compared to Rock when he's right next to him.
See, I agree, and I love Roman, but he feels like the little brother.
Yeah. And then
it's weird, yeah.
And then when they're walking down the arena, you just hear people, Dwayne. And nobody even acknowledges Roman. He's right there.
It's different, man. I mean, Roman's a big fucking star, but Rock is one of the biggest stars in pro wrestling's ever created. You know, it's just different. Like, it feels different when he's out there. It just does. It is what it is.
What was it? Did Dave compare him to Taylor Swift or whatever?
That was funny, yeah. That was really funny. It's funny. We have a pre-tape here, folks. A backstage sync with Brian and Kane. So that's what's going on at this point. Are they the tag champs yet, or are they about to win the tag belts?
Right? Yeah, I think they're about to win.
Because they defend them. Yeah, they defend them at Mania, right?
Yeah,
against Dolphin E.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, the chamber is coming down, folks.
Hell yeah.
Manny, are you caught up now, bro?
Yeah, I see Team Hell No, and they're doing their shit. I don't know what they're doing, but
okay, that suggests you're not caught up, but that's fine.
I need to go up. I'm okay. As soon as I was about to catch up, an ad hit me. So.
Okay, well, when you come back, we'll fix it.
Yeah, good.
The Elimination Chamber is lowering, folks, which means it might be time for Bob to get patriotic. I'm not sure. We'll see here. We'll see what happens. But we're coming up. We're shit. We've got a pre-match video here for this big time occasion. Yeah, I agree with this. This is a level-headed, fair opinion, I think. Miss the old chamber, but understand the change. It needed to change because apparently it was like hell to work on, but it looked a lot cooler, I think.
How happy do you think The Rock is that he doesn't have to be a nice guy anymore?
He genuinely looks like he's so thrilled. He's having so much fun. Yeah.
That Rogan interview changed him. Ever since that
Rogan. Do you have to credit Rogan for everything?
Or I should have said a Black Adam.
That was transformative, definitely. It did pop me. The funniest thing Dwayne actually said was the Twitter clip that you tweeted, Manny, where he does the time zone bit. That was actually funny.
I mean, everybody watches SmackDown every Friday. You should know what time it starts at your house. I mean, at your home. I don't even watch SmackDown or Raw, and I know what time it starts here. I mean,
I gotta be honest. This is the funniest thing about it. Is I'm not even convinced a lot of people asked him. I just think one person did, and it popped him. Like, it's a good bit. Yeah, I can't imagine, because also what it is if you think about it, it's kind of like a subtle flex because he's saying it's people that don't usually watch SmackDown, right? Because they don't know what time it's on. Like, it's quite just subtly put himself over, which you got to respect. Manny, as this video plays here, I assume you're watching the UFC once we're done tonight, right?
Yeah.
Who you got tonight, bro? This is going to be on. People are going to catch up on this on YouTube tomorrow, so whatever your take is could age poorly. Who you got?
I'm going to go Volkanovski.
Yeah.
He's gonna get the W. I can't say the other guy's name.
Yeah.
Intue or Tupilia. He's like he. I don't like this Connor cosplay he's doing and all that. He's a good fighter, but it's kind of cringe. And then part of me hopes Henry Cejudo wins. Part of me, because he already said that he's going to retire if he loses, so he's already going there with the loser mindset. So,
Yep.
So part of me wants to get his ass kicked because I mean, you go in there, it's just do or die, leave it all out there, you know.
We're probably going to be just wrapping when Cejudo's fight starts, right? Probably, or like it's just getting started. I'd imagine.
I think so.
Yeah, because he's on second, right? Yeah.
These last COC cards have been kind of
I'm not
really all decisions and stuff.
I'm not really into the product anymore, but I'm probably going to try and watch the fights tonight, I think. Okay, Manny, are you
I've seen Jack Swagger.
You're seeing Jack Swagger? Okay, you're ahead of us. So just pause and I'll tell you when I see Jack Swagger. Okay. All right, I'm going to describe this here for anyone who's trying to sync up. We are yet to see him. We see his Titantron. Hit play when you see what I'm describing. Okay, Jack Swagger is now. He's appeared on the stage. He's walking towards us. I see Dutch Mantel. Okay, he's he has stomped on the top of the stage here, folks. Jack Swagger is on his way to the ring. Manny looks like he's fell asleep. Look at Hooper. Oh, look at Hooper.
No. I was looking at the card. Oh shit. Robert Whitaker and Pablo Costa.
For a moment, the shot of Manny there was him just looking down. Okay. Interesting pairing here we've got as Jack Swagger is here with Dutch Mantel. He's stepping into the chamber now.
Mackenzie Turner.
Bob, how do you feel about this gimmick, this act?
Yeah, at the time I thought it was pretty entertaining. It's aged very poorly. It got mainstream buzz at the time with some of the conservative channels, and Michael Cole went and called Glenn Beck a coward for not interviewing him. The whole thing.
Wait, yes, Manny.
So did you guys already see Jack Swagger?
Yeah, I was describing it. I was
paused. I was waiting for you to tell me when you guys were.
No, I said, Manny. I said play when I describe what you're seeing.
Oh, I was waiting for you to say.
I don't know what's in your script. I can't tell you when to play. I don't know where you were at. You just told me you saw Jack Swagger. Okay, he's in the ring with Zeb Coulter.
He has a mic in his hands.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You're fine. We'll know better in a minute. We've missed the window now. I can't see what you're seeing, man. You got to work with me here, bro. Try to call spots in the ring. Okay, Zeb's now talking for us, or Dutch, whatever the fuck we're calling him tonight. I don't know. A fellow podcaster.
Yeah.
This guy, I don't know anything about this guy, but he just screams trouble.
Good assessment.
I don't want to know what he has on his phone and all that kind of stuff. This guy just. Yeah,
I must say, Bob, I think there's a pretty generous assessment on your part that this has aged badly. Yeah. I think this aged badly about 4 seconds after it came out of his mouth, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah. That too. Didn't he book
it was
TNA
kind of a
while?
crazy. Was he Dutch was on the creative for TNA.
Yeah.
Dutch was booking TNA like 2009 still, and then he left, and then he kind of just emerged to do this, which is fucking crazy in hindsight. He has like a 2-year run, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he just like showed up one week.
This guy doesn't even look like he's a fun hang outside of the ring either. It just seems like it seems like if you're with your boys at Chili's or something, and you have a beer or two, and then he goes on about like democracy and stuff. Like, bro, come on, we're trying to watch the Lakers game or something, bro. Like, what do you?
Yeah, you said that like you're familiar with that experience, man. It's happened a lot.
Yeah. My friend goes on about the border and all that. I'm like, bro, the Spurs are playing, bro. And he gets louder and louder, and he says, "Manny, this is serious stuff." I said, "Yeah, we're losing and stuff, but still, I mean, like,
This is fucking awful, by the way.
Yeah, it's not great.
Look at the people just sitting there. Oh my god, dude. 2013, they're running this shit out there. And all to do a Jack Swagger push. Wow, it used to be worse.
I don't think you can Willie. I don't think you can do a political gimmick nowadays. Oh,
You can try and do one for a
at least
while.
doing it, yeah, but
That's different though, right?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
I don't think people want to be reminded how bad politics are right now. So I mean,
Well, Kane's here.
Speaking of, I was going to say
Yeah.
Kane's here. So. Yeah.
if anybody hasn't seen it, you have to look for Trump's speech he's doing in Knoxville. In the corner of his eyes, he stops and he sees Kane. And he says, "That's my buddy Kane. He's a WWE wrestler." And he's trying to break it down. He says, "How tall are you again?" And you just hear, him yelling it
So
out.
I knew exactly where you were going there, Manny, and I knew you meant well, but you genuinely just said in the middle of a live stream, anyone who hasn't seen it, seek it out. The Trump speech when? Like, bro, take it easy with the way you phrase these things, Like, you sounded so excited to put over this
already.
He's
Trump
funny.
bit.
He sucks, but he's a funny guy.
Yeah. Kane isn't really funny, is he? He just sort of sucks.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about Kane. No.
Yeah. I'll tell you what is funny.
He was
He's
the
ring
smartest
attire here.
wrestler.
Yeah, he was the smartest wrestler ever.
I can't believe my last thought of Kane is just him being in the retirement segment with the Undertaker, and he's only winning gimmick.
Bro, that was so funny. That was so
Oh, hell
funny.
yeah.
Hell yeah, Mark Henry.
The big man is back. AEW in the house.
He's very good. He doesn't wrestle anymore.
That was a great shot there of Big Mark. Look at that.
I wish he still wrestled. I want to see what a new Mark Henry match looked like in AEW.
Yeah, pretty like shit, to be honest, if I agree.
I want to see what him and Hobbs would have been like.
I mean, in these prime, it would have fucking ruled. I don't know what he could do now, though.
Because I know he talked about it. He wanted to wrestle, and then he just kind of gave up on it. Yeah. I don't know what he does for AEW now, but it seems like everybody likes him behind the scenes.
Yeah, everyone likes Mark. Did you ever see? This is a deep cut, I know, but it's funny, I promise. Did you ever see that unhinged most wanted WWE treasures show they did on?
I tried to. I just didn't like the hosts.
Did you? Okay, this is a specific reference. Did you guys see the Andre episode?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so the two guys they get to go and get like Andre's treasures is Paul White and Mark Henry, which rules because by the time it aired, they were both in AEW, which is beast. But anyway, okay. God bless Mark Henry. Every time they find something, he just bursts into tears. But like, why? I don't know. Like he just loves Andre the Giant. But he never met Andre.
Yeah,
he just loves Andre the Giant.
They never interacted, or he was dead by the time he came back.
Like, bro, like I'm just like he'll give him. They'll be like, "Here's Andre's boots," and Mark looks at it and just immediately starts crying. It's one of the most. It's like extraordinary. You need to see it, man. It's fucking insane. God bless him, bro. I mean, he's moved by Andre the Giant. I mean, I get it, I guess, but it just rules. Like he's just crying at everything. It's extraordinary.
So this Hall of Fame thing, man, like when they go around collecting valuables, that sounds so awesome to me. It's so cool. But at the same time, it's just like, why are you just collecting these things just to keep them in a warehouse?
Yeah. Well, what I think they're eventually going to do is they're going to have one of those touring exhibitions, where it's like for 5 months or 6 months, whatever, they'll have an exhibition in London where you can see a load of stuff. Then they'll move it to wherever, you know what I'm saying? I think they'll do one of those things. We saw one recently. My brother and I recently, Disney had one. It was like in London for like 3 months, and it's like all the stuff they own. I think they'll do stuff like that. It's just a guess. I don't know that, but yeah.
It would make more sense if Disney brought WWE and they just put all that stuff in a random place in the shitty part of Disney World, you know?
Yeah.
Look, as WWE is much more niche than Disney, but they have so much shit, they could probably market it, you know, they probably could do it. But
yeah, that's been something they've talked about for like 15 years, where maybe like moving into Universal with like a museum and all that stuff, and they've obviously just never done it.
Like, that'd be kind of cool if they had buses of people's faces, like, you know what I'm talking about, like a bus.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I when I thought of that idea, I went down and I started scrolling through some of these names, and I was just like,
bro, my favorite thing on this Treasures deal is like they do this big one about Ric Flair and they like hunt all these robes. And obviously, what's beast about that is that when Rick's in AEW, they just won't use that stuff anyway. Because like when someone's in AEW, they're like banned from WWE conversation. You know, it's like the dumbest thing they do. Like in WWE, Ric Flair being who Ric Flair is wasn't problematic, but when he signed for AEW, it's like, okay, he's out of here. It's peak wrestling.
Yeah.
what was it? I saw the one with Jerry Lawler, and Jerry Lawler was with them, trying to look for his stuff. And then he lost it when they found the neck brace of not Carlin,
Kaufman.
And I'm back in my head, I was like, anybody can just put a fake, you know, like how do you just know it's a specific neck brace?
That whole thing was definitely a work. I mean, it's all a work, but that one was definitely because Bill Apter has not been quiet about the fact he owns that.
Yeah.
And they sold it like it was like a revelation. Like Bill Apter's regularly talked about owning that thing, bro. It's not. It isn't news at all.
Well, they were talking about the like one of the first ones, the original Kane mask, and like Bruce talked about owning that on the Bad Blood podcast. So it's like, you know,
it's total work. I mean, it's TV, right? Like it's
you can't even look for half the stuff because fucking Conrad has half of it. And he's not going to sell
that too.
Oh God, I didn't realize Jericho was around at this point.
Yeah.
Such an iconic theme song right there.
Yeah,
it is.
Is this light up jacket Jericho? Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is a different version of the Chris right here, folks.
I think this was 2013 was the Rumble he came back at, I believe.
Little did you
that
know
might have been later.
Little did you know in 3 years he's main eventing the Tokyo Dome with Kenny Omega.
Is it 3 years, 4 years, maybe?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think 4.
Depending on, you know.
Maybe 5, actually.
What day it is in Japan.
5 years. What day it is, yeah. That's the difference. Good call. Chris looks very different here, folks. But, you know, these things happen. I'm sure I look different in 2013 too. The light up jacket in attendance. This is an interesting lineup they got here for this chamber. Interesting lineup. There's some hoopers in here, Manny.
I can't wait for this motherfucker to retire, bro. I love Jericho, but I just know he's gonna want to make it about himself that whole year, and he's gonna want to bring in these legends and everything.
He is becoming a great example of how important it is to, you know, leave people wanting more. Because like Chris has now gone to a point where people pretend he was always bad. It's like he definitely wasn't. Chris Jericho was like an actual cemented all-time guy at one point, and he's just for right or wrong, fair or unfair, that has eroded that opinion. You know, like it is what it is. Here we go, All Out 2022 here.
You know what's funny? I swore Dustin Rhodes was going to retire this year.
He was,
and I think he realized Tony Khan wasn't going to give him his farewell tour, and he said, "Fuck it, I guess I just won't retire."
Well. To take this full circle, Manny, we were just talking about Conrad. Did you see Conrad's Dustin Rhodes scoop?
No.
This is very Holbert pilled. At Ric Flair's last match, you know that? Remember that show in 2022 summer? Of course you do. 4 1/4. Conrad tried very hard to get Dustin Rhodes to win the NWA title at that show, and the NWA wouldn't go for it.
Wow,
for real?
Yeah.
How long have we been pitching that for?
Longer than Conrad, but he couldn't get it done, so I assume it ain't never going to happen.
Well, why would they want that to happen? I mean, like, what do they got going on?
They're idiots, bro. Idiots. Who was the champ then? Let's have a look.
Tyrus?
I feel like he hadn't won it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Nick Aldis. It was Nick Aldis, wasn't it?
Let's have a look.
Might have been Trevor Murdoch, to be
NWA
honest with you.
All-Star. That match would have won. Title history. Okay, let me look here. Dragons flying away with kicks in the corner. Trevor Murdoch won the belt in June 2020. So you would assume Conrad, it was vacated. So
I mean, okay. I guess it's better that he didn't win it there because he would have just lost it to Tyrus.
yeah.
No, never mind. Tony wouldn't have let that happen.
I don't know, man. Like, that's such a slam dunk. Like, because Conrad's idea was, remember that show was promoted as a Crockett show?
Yeah.
They got the Jim Crockett Promotions name back for it and everything. Like, such a slam dunk, and they didn't do it. Fuck, I don't know.
Man, imagine just the videos, like, because the Ric Flair stuff was produced so well. Imagine like Dustin just running the streets of Austin, getting ready, hitting the punching bags, and like, I have to win this title for my father.
Dude, he would have cut such a good promo. But that's the thing, though, man. It's even better than that because it isn't even for his father so much as like it's him completing
the legacy.
Like it's him. Yeah, it's like he felt like a lock to win that belt once for the time, or the world title anyway. Like it felt like inevitable, and history changed, and he walked a different path. But now Cody's won the belt. Dusty obviously won it, and it would have been fucking awesome. But
you would think Billy Nelson, not Billy Nelson, what's his name? Billy Corgan would have been like, since he's a big NWA mark, because he obviously brought the promotion, he would try to do something with Dustin.
He's a bigger mark for himself, unfortunately.
That or probably Cody left a bad taste in his mouth and doesn't want to deal with the roads.
Maybe, but that Cody thing's the only time that belt's truly mattered in a long time, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you got two NWA general managers on WWE TV right now, so
true. Yeah, true. Good point. I didn't think of that. Okay, we're counting down here, folks, to see who the third man in the chamber is going to be. Bryan and Jericho have had a pretty decent wrestling match thus far, but we're going to see who's in third for the Elimination Chamber. Uh-oh. My goodness.
Big man.
Inner Circle collides, brother.
Oh. The man that saved Jericho's life in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I've heard that story once or 12 times.
Every time Jericho brings up Jack Swagger, he saved me in Abu Dhabi.
My goodness.
Man, that just him saving his life, man, has him a job for life in AEW. Doesn't even do anything, just...
It's crazy, like, because in 2022, while he was still someone people would dunk on, he actually did, like, do some good stuff. Like, he actually did have some pretty good work. He did nothing last year, man. Like, he did not wrestle hardly ever. It was crazy.
What an awesome job.
I know, right? No, the craziest one is, did you see they gave Go-Go a new deal?
Oh, yeah.
What a beast, bro. Because like with Hager, as much as we laugh, like at least he has got a reputation, a resume in the industry. Like a Go-Go is just like a total. It's like a fantasy project. It's never happened. I don't know what they're waiting for.
He just has a bad eye and sells Subway. I mean, what are you like? What is?
Brother, the Cody Rhodes match in a couple months will be 3 years ago. That's fucking beast.
Didn't he work a Match in Progress not so long ago?
Yeah. Yeah, he was doing some stuff over here. Yeah. Jericho and Swagger going. Do you think they'll ever have a big match in AEW?
Oh, Jericho and
there you go. Yeah.
Nah, they like each other too much. It's called who was it? I think it might have been David Gett that said this that Tony Khan can just sign all these people at a loss because they have so much money.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter to him, so fuck, God bless. Not my problem, I doubt that Jake Hager's sitting at TV waiting for his push. I think he's pretty chill. Oh my!
He gets
Jake
a
Hager.
he gets a free 2-day vacation every week just to hang out, eat some good catering food, and then just chill with the boys, and then go back home.
Catering, it always gets mixed reviews. The catering there,
Really?
you know.
I haven't watched the vlogs in a while, but the last time I saw a vlog that they had steaks there and everything.
On the vlogs, they always put it over, yeah. But you hear different things. People that have been in WWE always say that, like, they always have strong opinions one way or the other. It always pops me. These are the things of the job that intrigue me, you know.
Did you see Zarian's report about Tony Khan making a pay-per-view centered around RVD in May or whatever?
In April, you mean?
In April.
Yeah, the 4/21 date. Yeah.
What a pop, bro! Tony Khan
He loves Rob Van Dam, bro.
That's what I said. I tweeted out the other day. He's like, he's just gonna slide Hook and RVD into that Darby and Sting role.
Yeah, probably. That's actually a good point. He may get an all elite graphic now that you've said that. It makes a lot of sense.
Hell yeah.
You know, I think Bryan Danielson is a very good wrestler. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Call me crazy. It's just my opinion.
Where do you rank Bryan's and all of his runs compared to now? Because I think this might be his best run ever. What he's doing now.
This is his best run as an in-ring guy. Creatively, it's like there's some issues though, you know. Like it's a great run for nerds like us, but like as an asset, has he maximized his value by being like a tweener who sort of is an asshole?
Yeah,
like,
but
I don't know.
I agree, but the thing is, Bryan doesn't give a fuck about any of that. You know, he wants to lose to everybody,
and that's fine. Again, for you and I, this is obviously his best run. But there is definitely been times where a booker would rein him in more than Tony just kind of lets him do what he wants, which I get it. It's Bryan Danielson. Like, you don't want to say no to Bryan Danielson, but it's an interesting thing. I don't know.
And it doesn't help that Bryan probably has a lot of power within the company too to just.
Yeah, like it's the last year of him as a full timer. He should probably be like a babyface legend. But every time he's a babyface legend, he turns himself heel because he enjoys it more. It's like,
you know, it's funny. We could have had this match on AEW if Kane wasn't a sicko, you know.
Oh, what a shame. We really missed out. Imagine only, Manny.
Imagine work rate Kane in AEW.
What would be the funniest match Kane could have in AEW? The funniest match graphic.
Him and Vikingo, just something like that.
Him and Commander.
Yeah.
Look how silly Kane looks here, bro.
Or no, Kane and Bryan Danielson versus the Bucks. You know, just like I think that
would probably
fun.
rule. Unfortunately, yeah. Kane is like in his pajamas here. It fucking rules.
That's another good one, I guess. Kane and Orange.
Yeah.
Oh. Another good one. Just do the tag match. I don't know who Kane's partner would be, but you do him against Sting and Darby, and you just have Sting pin Kane in the middle. It's like we got one over on WWF, you know.
Have Shivani on commentary yelling about the war is over. We won the war.
We pinned the Taker's brother.
Yeah. Take that, McMahon. That'd be a good bit. I'm sure we've discussed it, but I don't know if this was said this on the air or not, but this was, I mean, in a strange way, this is peak wrestling. Have we discussed Bischoff like taking a delayed sort of half hesitant victory lap about the Vince stuff? Have we discussed this or not?
No.
I don't think I have on here.
Yeah.
I don't even know he did that.
So I should be clear, it wasn't actually a victory lap, and I thought Eric had a very surprisingly and refreshingly human response to the Vince news. But I was sitting there listening to it thinking, this is cool, man. Like, I was kind of scared that Eric was going to go full like innocent till proven guilty, you know? And he didn't. He like completely, you know, made a firm stance and called it disgusting. I was like, this is nice because most wrestling people have embarrassed themselves. And then Manny, I got it. Because Bischoff goes, I think Vince has destroyed his legacy. And I was like, Bischoff. Like he thinks what he's saying is true, but he's also popped by the idea that he's now like won, I guess. I don't know. The way he said that, the way he made a point of the legacy, I was like, that was an interesting Bish little line he sneaked in there, you know?
He's gonna rewrite history that he rode to the sunshine and sunset in 2001. You know, he didn't do anything after that.
But bits aside, though, like it was actually cool that he didn't fucking embarrass himself. Because let's be real, most wrestling people completely embarrassed. I mean, Nash was crazy, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. He's making the NGA shirts.
That was crazy. Yeah.
But just look at the guy he's doing the shows with. So I mean,
yeah.
No, but this stuff's gonna get even crazier because I thought that Ashley Massaro stuff that came out 2 days ago was pretty disgusting.
Oh, it's not pretty disgusting. It totally is, bro. Yeah. It's, this is just getting started, man. Like it's gonna be awful. I brought it up. That's my bad, but it's gonna get like it's. We're only just getting started in terms of realizing like how gross everything there is. It's awful.
I don't know who hinted at it, but they said the Tom Cole stuff's going to come out within the next day or two.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I wouldn't even want to think how many stories there are that we haven't heard anything about that will probably emerge here shortly.
And I just thought it was so, at the time, people thought it was like, yeah, Stephanie and Triple H had nothing to do with it. And then you hear the story that came out and you're just like, I mean, they all were involved in it, you know?
It's brutal, man. It's awful.
I just wonder if they're going to clear house with them all, you know?
Hopefully, moves are made that will clear things up, but I'll believe it when I see it. We'll see. Meanwhile, I guess, I don't know, Randy Orton is... It's difficult. It's always difficult to transition, but slingshot suplex there. Shades of Tully Blanchard from Randall.
They're just going to have Dwayne just direct everybody about it.
Yeah, it's worked, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't. It's worked for like some folks, right? I mean, it hasn't. Obviously, it's a lot bigger than just us talking about it. It's been an interesting. Like I'll say this, like when we do these pay-per-view shows, folks, I think you're all aware of this. If there's any new viewers, then I want to make this clear. Like we very much treat these like we're just hanging out. So sometimes we'll talk about things that aren't necessarily Randy Orton's DDT, while it is very good. But I will say it's been an interesting thing to kind of be part of Wrestle Purists for, you know, because I don't know the correct way to navigate. I don't know if there is a correct way to navigate covering both a story of that severity and then being like, let's discuss Raw, you know? I don't know the right way. Like, I'm glad we have covered it because a lot of platforms just aren't at all. And like, I get it. I'm not blaming anyone, but I'm glad we have covered it. But I don't know the right way. I honestly don't. Because you also don't want to... How do I put this? It's like, it's also not something that we should discuss, I think, at extreme length, considering none of us we're not really the right people to talk about it, right? Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, but you don't want to run away from it.
And all the info isn't out yet either.
Yeah, it's just a really hard thing. It's like, I think you guys know me well enough to know that the last thing I want to do is appear that I'm ducking the conversation, but I do think there's something to be said for like, you know, not kind of pretending you know more about it. I don't know.
It's like, do people really give a fuck about a guy in a cut-off Thrasher shirt has to say about what's going on here? You know,
that's the thing, isn't it? It's hard, isn't it? It's like I mean, I'll be totally honest about it. Like, especially because a show like this, less people are going to watch, and it's like kind of our hardcore audience. It's been really weighing on my mind a lot, whether we're doing it right or whether we're doing. I don't know. I have no clue. On the late night Grin side of things, we've hardly discussed it because to me, we don't even do. We literally are just like a friend group. And it's like, I think everyone who watches the Late Night Grin knows what we think of the culture in wrestling in WWE specifically. So it's like, do we need to reiterate? But it's a weird thing. It's a complicated thing.
It's a weird thing to balance because it's just like people don't really take wrestling serious enough to do it. So it's just like, you're just like, none of us have journalistic, I don't know about Bob, you know, we don't have journalistic background and stuff like that. So we can't really out here give you cold hard facts and all that. We're just guys that are just all like wrestling and like talking about it. So it's kind of hard to judge all that.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Plus, especially with all the stuff playing in the background, we have no idea what's going on with. It's like, seems like every week two stories are breaking about it, you know?
Because that's the other thing is like, it isn't the story to speculate on the way we speculate on like where Julia's going or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? It's like
Because
not.
there's real crime implication, and you can get sued about it too. Like, you know.
Oh my god! I'm sorry to do a jump scare transition here, but did they just eliminate Dragon first? Because that's incredible.
They did.
That's what. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
They did.
Yeah, but we'll leave it there. I brought it up, but I'm glad we talked about it a little bit because it is. Again, I mean, I see these shows as a chance to be honest with the audience. It has been very, very much a thing on my mind, which, as I've said a million times at this point, the podcasters should be the least of anyone's concern when it comes to a story of this magnitude. So don't feel sorry for us. I'm just saying it's a complicated thing, I guess is what I'm saying. Randy Orton has been thrown through a pod, folks. Meanwhile, the Elimination Chamber.
No way ready to take a up like that now.
No, bro, he barely falls down now. It's crazy. The thing is with when they do that spots is like the plastic just looks so bad, you know? Like it just looks so...
Yeah.
They just try to make it so safe. I mean, at what point is playing it too safe is safe, you know? Just...
There's definitely a point of safety where it isn't worth doing anymore, you know?
Yeah, if you have to childproof this cage, might as well just not do it anymore, you know?
You know what's the best example of that is when they use like crash pads for spots.
Jericho, yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you criticize it, people are like, what do you want them to just fall off onto the concrete? It's like, no, I don't think they should have done it. If you have to do it that way, don't do it. You know, it looks so dumb. Do you remember the one on Blood and Guts? He actually got injured doing that too, which is crazy. Do you remember that?
Yeah, or at least be young like Sammy and just say, fuck it, he dies, you know, just when he
young like Sammy.
Yeah, he just did that front flip into the table.
Dude, Mark Henry's kicking ass in this match, dude.
Hell yeah.
Mark Henry is awesome.
I mean, he is, but I didn't realize he was getting this kind of usage in 2013. He's beating the hell out of everyone.
Oh, this will pop, yeah. You know what kind of project I want to start? I want to start a 04 MVP U.S. title run. Like just watching his matches.
Why?
I don't know. I just
because he punched Jericho in the face.
No, because MVP was just one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid. The other day, I don't know. I was watching a car video, and then the thing that auto played right after happened to be our MVP's theme song, and I said, "Holy shit, man! I think I'm gonna watch his matches."
My God, look at this AEW action we're getting here. Have you ever seen his New Japan stuff, Manny?
I think I saw a few of those matches when I was coming back, but I don't think it was anything memorable.
No, it's not. He doesn't have any great match, but it's just interesting because he's like, that's like his favorite wrestling. He's a huge mark for it, and that's just weird. It's like a weird thing to compute, you know, based on the kind of
able to tell.
Yeah, but he did when he worked New Japan. He definitely did try to like. You saw more of those influences come out. He had some good matches. Nothing great, I don't think, but he had some good matches. There was a video back in the day. He used to have a YouTube channel, and he did a vlog from the G1 2012 final with Machine Gun and Okada. And it fucking ruled, dude. It's such a shame he wiped that channel. It was so awesome. Oh, my. Darren, Manny has officially picked Volkanovski to answer your question.
Oh, yeah, I did. I don't know. I just thought MVP was like an awesome wrestler. The way he looked, the way he carried himself in WWE.
Good, man. He's a good manager, too. They should use him a lot more than they do in WWE. He's a very, very good manager.
Is he still Almus's manager?
Yeah, and they're like a house show act. It's kind of weird. I don't really understand.
Is it a shoot that he can't walk and he's using that cane, or he just does it to look cool?
I think he does it look cool. Because I think he still does like jiu-jitsu tournaments and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be awesome.
Jericho on the way, folks.
Walking around with just a cane.
Good question, Reese. Has Manny seen any of MVP's TNA run?
I didn't even know he was an MVP in TNA.
An MVP. Yeah, he did. That was when they did the Beatdown Clan.
Oh, when he was with Bobby Lash?
Sort of. Bobby was it was MVP, Bobby, and Kenny King, and then the Beatdown Clan actually was MVP, Low Key, Samoa Joe, and Kenny King, and Homicide, I think. Oh my God, Jericho just took an insane bump into the fence.
Whiskey Dick, I didn't forget an MVP was in an Inferno match. I knew. I forgot who he wrestled, but I knew that happened.
Pop.
It's probably The Undertaker, right?
Kane.
Yeah. Should have figured.
Big Red Machine.
I had a 50-50 shot of getting that one right.
Dude, Jericho is working very hard in this match. This match is like the Mark Henry showcase, dude. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He's kicking ass. He's got both eliminations and he's beating the hell out of the Inner Circle right now. One of wrestling's most dominant factions. That bump on the grate must have hurt, right? Look at that. Oh,
it's tough.
Kind of took it on the side, yeah.
Oof.
Look brutal, dude.
There's no women's one at this time, right?
No, the women's division is in a very different place here. Very, very different.
Joe, whenever you recommend like something in this modern time, I get kind of scared about the runtime. I don't know when the runtimes became long, but
wait, what do you mean? When?
Because I'm used to like us doing 2-hour pay-per-views, but sometimes when you recommend a pay-per-view from like the 2010s, I didn't watch it. And I'm like, I hope this isn't 4 hours.
I can promise you now, Manny, that if I ever do a 4-hour show, it would be when we do a WrestleMania show. Because we did one of those before, right? It was 4-hour WrestleMania show.
Oh, yeah.
We will never do one of these B pay-per-views as that. Mark Henry is out, folks. The RKO got the job done. Yeah, we'll never do it, I promise. But yeah, it was a lot later than this. It was like, the key point was, so they had the brand split pay-per-views in 2016, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And then they united and they said all pay-per-views moving forward with both brands. And for a while, bro, like Backlash is like 4 hours long. Like,
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. That show is Backlash 2018 is one of the worst wrestling shows ever. God, that show stinks.
I wish companies would just say, fuck the undercard stuff and let's just put the titles on there and
fuck the undercard stuff.
Like some of those undercard matches are good. Just save it for a good Dynamite or Collision or New Japan Roadshow, you know.
Backlash. Okay, what's the worst match on this show? Let's have a look. Bro, listen to this fucking card. Both women's title matches. Holy shit, these ratings are crazy. Okay. This is the Backlash. So Seth Rollins and The Miz have an 8.23 out of 10, which is hilarious.
The Miz and
Seth Rollins. The two women's title matches on this show. Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, a 2.77. Carmella and Charlotte Flair, a 2.52. What the fuck, dude? Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That should be good, right? Nope. 3.39 out of 10. Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. That sounds good. 3.55 out of 10. You know how bad you have to be at wrestling to make Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns bad, dude? Like, fucking brutal. Oh my God.
When everyone left in the middle of it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everyone left.
Speaking of Seth Rollins, you see that thing where it was a while back. Every time he had a crazy suit on, he would send it to WWE archives so they can save it. And I was like, come on, bro, who gives a fuck about your suits, bro? Like, what are they gonna do? A Hall of Fame with just your suits? Like, come on, your wing's not gonna be that big. I mean, like,
people keep making the Randy Savage comp for Seth, and it makes me uncomfortable. It's unfortunate. Ever since one of the boys said it, and now it's like a thing, and it's a lot, dude. I don't know. I don't feel good about it. It makes me uneasy.
There's some wrestlers that in the Hall of Fame that are not gonna have a wing. You know, like Undertaker's gonna have a wing, and then like maybe Seth Rollins is gonna have a small one, and then like some guy like the Miz is gonna have like a plaque. You know, this is what he did. These are achievements. You know.
Yeah. Stuff like that does pop me. Like, I shouldn't say it. I mean, it's really dumb the way they do revisionist history, but it does fascinate me the people that will get like, because there will definitely be people from this last 10 years that get glorified that we're going to be like baffled by. You know that, right? Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Forget it. I can see now people are going to be like, Nakamura should be in the Hall of Fame. What the fuck did he do in the WWE?
Bro,
what did he do?
He's 100% going in too.
It's like, what did he do deserve to get in here? Like, what?
He won the Rumble and he won a couple mid-card belts, and in that's enough, bro. He's gonna get in. 100% he's gonna get in.
And people are gonna say it's because it's New Japan work. Yeah, but this is the WWE Hall of Fame. This is the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Kinda though. They put guys in for like they put guys in for everything.
Yeah, but isn't there historic wing or something like that? But
yeah.
Even Nakamura didn't really do
They
changed the rules, bro. They don't care. As long as they want to do the deal, they'll do it, you know?
They added like the legacy thing a few years ago where they just named like 10 other people that they didn't even announce on TV. And it's like Jim Barnett's in there and stuff, and it's crazy.
Is he really? Jim Barnett's
I think so, yeah. He did it a couple years ago.
Bro, everybody's gonna get into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, man. It's what always pops me. You'll see these tweets, like engagement accounts will be like, we'll insert like 8-time champion going to the WWE Hall of Fame. It's like, yes, of course. If they've won one belt, they've got a good chance. Like, of course,
you're gonna one day you're gonna see like some French wrestler from like the 20s, you know, Arthur Lash or something. Like you don't even know. He's like,
sounds like an NXT name. Randy Orton is making his comeback on both Swagger and Jericho, and it fucking rules. Does Randy Orton get a wing, do you think, Manny, in the
Yeah, I mean, he's probably gonna be his wing's gonna have Evolution in it. The painkillers, not the painkillers, the Legend Killer.
What? What the fuck just happened? I was about to say, I just got momentarily distracted and was about to say this match is quite good, and like my brain like computed what you said. The painkillers. Oh my god, man. I mean, that is an outrageous comment there. It's just in the midst of all of this has appeared. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Who do you think the new Horsewoman's going to be in the WWE lore now that Mercedes has left? Asuka?
Yeah.
Could you imagine, dude? They did the WWE Museum and the 4 Horsewomen, they just put Asuka in.
It's just going to be Lexi.
There you go.
That would be I feel that would be an error. I think people will get more mad about that, to be honest with you. And Zaguri, my god. Sending them out to like media, the 4 Horsewomen.
What are they going to do when Bayley leaves?
She's never leaving, bro.
Yeah, she's too nice.
She's never leaving. She's so nice. Bayley like actively thrives on like putting people over. She's like the most selfless wrestler ever. It's God bless her. It's worked out, so you can't really argue with it. It would take a lot for her to be mad at her creative enough to leave, right? It would take like an insane on that. She'd have to just be off TV, I think.
She's just one of the. I think she's just that one person that fucking Jericho, bro. Stop staring at the ref, man. Come on, you've been doing this for 20 years. But Bayley just seems like the person her dream was just to be in WWE, and that's it. Like, she doesn't really.
She's had such a successful run. This, like, you know.
Yeah, I feel like she's like WWE did so much for me. Might as well just put over the next crop. She's not wired like Mercedes, where she's like, I don't think anybody can be wired like her, but she's just like, I need to have the most money possible and be the biggest star.
The chat's all in on this Lexi as the 4th Horseman thing, but I suggest an actual funnier timeline is that like, you know how Hogan in WCW, like Roddy Piper, like followed him over, and they had like the veteran version of their famous feud. What if Lexi and Mercedes did that on Tony Khan Presents Dynamite? Could you imagine?
Good stuff.
They do like work shoot promos about a 2017 feud no one remembers.
Oh my god, this was like a New Japan finish. They had counters for their finishing moves.
Oh, Oh, I didn't realize that was the. I didn't realize that was the finish. Wow. Okay, there you go, folks. A piece of history in the books.
Man, Swagger's won it all. He's won the Rumble, the Elimination Chamber, both.
Well, he hasn't won the Rumble, I don't think. But
I just made that
I
up.
don't think
you made that up. That's good. So I knew Swagger won this chamber. What I didn't realize until now, there's two things I didn't realize. One, that match kind of rules. Two, that lineup was fucking beast, dude. How did Jack Swagger win? There's like genuine Hall of Famers in that match.
Well, Jack Swagger is the Hall of Famer.
I guess, yeah, based on what we just talked about, yeah, probably. That was a good match, though. Very good match.
If we're going to do the American Hero...
The American Hero,
American Hero wing. I mean, it has to be Swagger, Kurt Angle.
John Cena,
yeah. He was a Marine, yeah.
He was, yeah.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin.
Why is he an American hero? Just because?
He's just an amateur American wrestler.
Oh, okay. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I accepted Swagger, so I don't know why I was confused that one, really. Just amateur wrestlers. Yeah. I think this show is actually, pretty good thus far, to be honest, fellas. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but...
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Bad.
We've watched it for an hour and a half, and, I don't think there's been anything bad on the show.
Yeah, Boozer's a part of it. But he has to get a plaque. He didn't do much.
Oh, Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
I was very confused what you were talking about then. Okay. Oh my god, it's the Ryback. Dude, look at this babyface team.
Bro, man. I can't believe Dean just walked around every morning with his hair like that and thought it was a good look.
Bro, this is a Collision main event. This is big time. All-star tag.
Who would be in Ryback's place?
What, on Collision?
Yeah, it'd probably be Brian Cage, right? just replace him.
Yeah, someone needs to get pinned. Oh, I forgot about this, Bobby.
Oh,
Swagger
yeah.
got arrested after this.
He did. That was right around this time.
A lot of American heroes get arrested for DUIs.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really commenting on that so much as the fact it happened right after the biggest moment of his career,
I mean, it happened with RVD too in Sabu, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. AEW star Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
3 days after is crazy, man. Wow.
It also happened with the Abdullah the Butcher and Macho Man, right, or something? No, who was in the card?
What the fuck?
The Iron Sheik and Jim Duggan.
Yeah, just
stop the show. Stop. Okay, folks. So I knew what Manny was thinking of. You know, I knew you were thinking of Sheik and Duggan, which was an infamous babyface heel moment. And I was thinking, I'm not going to say because I want to see what names Manny comes up with, but I can honestly say I'd never thought Abdullah was one thing, but Randy Savage getting pulled into this. Dude, think of the visual of Savage and Abby sharing a car, how awesome that looks. Abdullah and Macho Man Randy Savage making towns. I don't think they ever even worked in the same place.
I don't even think awesome. Butcher was in the Fed, wasn't he?
No. Oh dear. Here's John Cena. The big man is back. Is this Camo Cena? Look at John, dude. Look at that shirt. 10-year anniversary, John. My God.
I know. I don't really think Wardlow is AEW's Ryback. Ryback was pretty awesome.
That was spiteful.
I mean, am I wrong?
Not wrong, but spiteful. Yeah. They are actually similar though, in that they both did get like red hot there for a minute, you know, and it kind of.
The good thing Wardlow has for himself is that he's not going around hurting the top guys, you know. Just they don't give him the opportunity to do that because they don't put him in there with them. But
yeah, this is true. I'm still not a big fan of John Cena. I've talked about it a lot. John Cena is a guy who like I respect. I don't particularly enjoy necessarily. I think he has some great matches, but he's just so fucking theatrical. He's not really my vibe, you know.
holy shit, Jonathan Roberts is here. Was he here the whole time?
Wait. What's his name?
I call him Jonathan Roberts.
That's definitely not his name, right? Is it Justin?
No,
Justin. Yeah.
I didn't even realize commentary was here either. What the heck?
Jonathan Roberts. What was the thing you said earlier? The boy who yelled wolf.
Yeah. The boy that cried a wolf.
You said yelled or something. You screamed wolf. Fucking seriously, man. It can't be overstated. We did that LNG 100 call to action, and like 80% of the tweets involved Manny. Now, the thing that's important about that, for anyone who's new around here, when the Late Night Grin started, Manny was watching the shows. He was not on the show. How long did it take until you were on the Grin, bro?
Maybe like 6 months.
I think it's even longer, dude, because so we started in August 2021.
No, actually it was shorter than that because right after I got on, it died right after. So
that's the thing, bro. That's a while. Think about it. I think you weren't on the first year of the Late Night Grin.
Yeah, I just felt like I was because you guys were doing multiple shows every day or every other day. Yeah. So I was on every other show.
Mm-hmm. Hell of a run.
Yeah, I was also on your solo shows and right after jump on to do the big shows.
Yeah. Good times. LNG 100, folks, March 15th. It's going to be a hell of a night. Major announcement. It's going to be big time.
I can't believe this guy now is just reviewing food on his YouTube channel in front of 10,000 people. That's it.
Kind of beast, unfortunately.
Respect is a 10,000 that watch his videos every day or every week.
Factual. You're one of them, I assume.
I don't. I tried for a bit to see what the hype was about him. I just couldn't get into it. He just sounded kind of stupid.
The hype. The hype.
You just hear him talking. You're just like, I don't think this guy's all there. I just.
Yeah. I think it's probably a fair assessment. The Shield are in the building. Big Rome, Seth Freakin, and John Mox.
It's kind of crazy. I wasn't watching.
Crazy act.
I wasn't watching WWE at the time, but from everything I can gather, everybody thought it was going to be Seth.
That was like the guy.
Yeah, and then.
It was always people that the hardcore fan loved Moxley.
Yeah.
And Seth, but they loved Moxley's promos. There was a lot of like Roddy Piper comps back then, and Roman. It was always clear the company loved Roman, right, Bob? Fair to say.
Hmm.
But I'm not sure. I mean, they were all stars, right? That's kind of the beauty of the Shield. They were all stars.
Well, I mean, I just think there's looking at him now. I feel like there's different levels to this. I feel like it's Roman for the mainstream fans, and then for the hardcores, it's Dean again. You know, like we were saying.
Yeah.
And then everybody just thinks Seth's a joke. I mean,
not everyone, but a lot of hardcore fans definitely, and like they dismiss Seth. But a lot of WWE fans would have Seth above Mox because obviously he left. You know.
Well, it's weird because you like Roman is like you feel like he's the main guy in the mainstream world, but on this lower tier, it seems like the world revolves around him. You know.
Yeah. It's an interesting. I mean, Moxley's been an interesting guy to to watch the highs and lows of all of the takes about him, right? Because like by the time he left WWE, a lot of people were just kind of giving up on him. And then of course his first couple of years in AEW were like critically acclaimed, and now it's like leveled out where like he's kind of divisive again now, you know.
Yeah,
Now a lot of his critics are like obviously, you know, some of them are just grifters, obviously, but there are people who just don't like his work anymore.
I feel like he's still critically acclaimed at times. It's just that people just want to see that next level of him.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of just tired of the stagnant stuff. And I guess it feels worse than between Brian and him because we all know Brian's retiring at the end of the year. And we know that Moxley isn't, you know.
I'll say this. I mean, I think it goes without saying that I haven't got like any kind of bad faith dismissal to make or brand to push, but Blackpool Combat Club is definitely Blackpool Combat Club version of Moxley has not been my favorite, you know? Like the one who like his now he wrestles so much on TV, you know? I think he was at his best. And maybe this is like a memory thing, and I'm misremembering it. But I feel like originally his role in AEW was like he would cut these great promos and build these big matches and have the big match, and then like he would go back to he wrestles every single week now. It feels like
he used to feel like a prize fighter.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
I just find him to be again. Look, Moxley's great, but I do think he's pretty formulaic at the moment.
I think the bad thing that happened to Moxley and AEW was I'm not saying it's bad because I like when I do watch it. I like is they got all these wrestlers from all around the world coming now, and Moxley just has enough sway and everything to be like, I want to wrestle these guys, and Tony's just like, yeah, this is our ace. So I'm just gonna
honestly, man, it goes back to the conversation we had about Brian earlier, right? Where it's like what he wants to do isn't necessarily what is best for his role in the company. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of those things. Now, the difference is Brian is so great that it's like worth what. But Moxley has good matches, but he isn't obviously Brian. I think he'd be the first to tell you that.
So. I think the only guy with substance right now in the BCC is, funny enough, Claudio, you know. Because I feel like he has a defined role in what he is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's one of those factions. It's really cool in theory. I just don't think it's that interesting in execution. It happens.
But I do think it's funny how every time something big happens in AEW, they get the first dibs on it, and everybody just has to wait till they're done. They're done playing with their food.
Yeah. The babyface heel thing kind of drives me nuts too. But either way, Moxley's AEW run has exceeded all expectations. Yeah. He's had an incredible run. The first couple of years of it especially were like, you know, stuff that will be remembered forever, I think, in terms of what he personally did. The way that he navigated AEW, kind of led AEW through the pandemic, I think was like special, you know? But
it doesn't help that the BCC are literally everywhere, bro. They're in New Japan, they're in AEW. Every time you look, they're doing something, and now they're in CMLL. So I mean, it's
also like the most like straight-laced version, right? Too like their gimmick is just like their ass kickers, which is cool, but it's not like there's a lot of like, you know, like depth or kind of drama there. It's just they just come out and beat guys up.
At least with Moxley in New Japan, like they treat him as like the boogeyman, you know, like
yeah, I like the way he comes across there. Yeah,
Wheeler, you just heard, I think.
Dude, Willie brings it up in the chat, but I know we're talking over this, but it is crazy. You don't realize how much faster these guys were until you like actually watch it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like they're all got way more polish now, and they're different wrestlers, but they're.
I'm convinced this isn't Roman.
The spring in this, they're getting some heat on. For anyone who's wondering, that's just listening and wondering what the fuck's happening in the match, they're getting some heat on John Cena. The crowd is doing the "Let's Go Cena." Cena sucks.
Reese, I don't know what they're gonna do with Trent. I don't know. Seems weird.
They're doing. I think they're doing Roppongi Vice as a heel tag team.
The one thing is, I hope that when Okada comes in, he's not just put with them. Because they said I think Sean said he's going to come in a big angle, and I hope the angle isn't, you know, Trent turns on him because Orange is a big deal or whatever, you know.
I don't think he's going to be involved in that, to be honest, but I could be wrong.
If we do get an Orange, you know, like Trent fucks Orange out of the international title and Roddy wins it, and we get an Okada Roddy match. I won't be complaining. I just
insane way to bring Okada in.
Yeah. And I also see people like, I just don't get where these signings come in and everything. People want them to be their goofy selves and all that, and I'm just like, fuck no, bro, man. Why does everybody have to come into AEW have to be like friends and goofy with people?
I don't think he will, to be honest. I think they're going to try and treat him like a big deal, but we'll see.
Oh, especially how much money Tony's going to pay him.
Yeah. Oh my God, John Cena's getting his ass kicked.
He is.
I know people didn't like when I said that. I hope the next four title picture revolves around Okada, Samoa Joe, Swerve, and Hangman. I don't think people liked when I said that because they said that Okada shouldn't be in those four names.
Yeah. I don't know. I need to see what I think of Okada in AEW. I think there's versions of the run that I kind of hate, but there's also versions of it that rule. I don't know. It's we'll see what his TV matches look like. They just had a very awkward moment in the corner there where Seth went for a splash, Cena sort of half moved, and they kind of got stuck in the middle. It was very strange. Very, very strange.
Wait, Joe, why did you almost get kicked by Charlie?
We were talking about different scenarios for the belt, and I was saying that I don't think it's impossible that Okada comes in and wins the belt right away, and Charlie was like, absolutely. She was very concerned about this idea.
Oh, because she wants Swerve to hold it or something?
Yeah, I think she just wants them to continue on the path of like Hangman and Swerve. And to be clear, I agree with. I don't want Okada to win the belt either. I was just saying it's an option, and yeah.
My bad. I didn't mean Joe. I meant when I brought up the four, I meant to say Ospreay. So my big four would be Ospreay, Hangman, Swerve, and Okada.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good idea.
Yep. That's fair.
I think the Revolution match is very interesting. I think all three guys could win that match. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I think Joe's still retaining it though.
That's why I think Okada. I really think there's a chance that Joe is dropping it to Okada at Big Business. I really do.
The next week.
Let me be clear. I haven't got any insight in that. It's not me like scooping or even hinting. I think Big Business is something to circle. I think they may do something crazy on that show. That's all I'm saying.
That'd be kind of crazy if he wins it.
Yeah.
And then he just goes on that year run. Tony's like, we gotta
I also think there's a chance that Swerve wins a singles match against Joe at Big Business, I mean, that's possible too. If I was Tony Khan, this is the way I'd be looking at it. Sting show is about Sting. That's the truth, right? It's the Sting show he's the headline, it's his last match. He's Drew the House, God bless. Big Business, in theory, is going to have more eyeballs on it than your usual TV show, right? It's a chance to make a statement. Maybe you should use that and do something nuts. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, it would have to be like, and this is why I don't really like the idea because I don't think it's, to be clear, I would do the Swerve thing, but
I mean, you could just be like,
it would have to be an open challenge thing.
You can be like Joe says, like, yeah, I proved I beat the two top guys. I'm gonna have another open challenge because it's the following week, right? It's Revolution, then the Big Business.
Yeah, there's one TV in between, one Dynamite.
Yeah, and he says, I expect to open I'm gonna have an open contract forever comes. Okada comes in, beats him in 20 minutes, or 15.
It's also, here's the other thing. So it all depends what you're doing with Mercedes. If Mercedes is wrestling, you don't need to do all this because the main event of the show should just be Mercedes wrestling whoever, Serena Deeb or whatever. But if Mercedes is just making an appearance, then you need to have something else up your sleeve, right?
It makes sense because Okada's big money, that's his gimmick money.
Exactly, yeah. And so here's the thing. I would suggest having Mercedes wrestle on Big Business. Because to me, that's the appeal of Mercedes. You want to see her wrestle. When you did the first dance, CM Punk hadn't been on a wrestling show in 7 years. There was an intrigue as to what he would say. I don't think that's the same. I don't think that's the same appeal with Mercedes. I think people want to just see her wrestle at this point. But maybe I'm wrong.
How awesome would have been John Cena in AEW?
Feuding with Eddie Kingston for the Triple Crown.
That would be so awesome. He's the partner. You're everything I hate. You know, it's like.
I think that was like a match tape machines always used to talk about. It was like in an ideal world that happens, you know, John Cena and Eddie Kingston.
If we're being honest, he represents more of everything of the other company than CM Punk was, you know, to Eddie Kingston.
By far, yeah.
But imagine big
Cena would hit him with the funniest flying speech ever. Can you imagine?
You know, imagine Big Dick Cena, you know, he's just angry, he's an asshole. He's just like, yeah, I'm better than everybody here, you know, like.
It would fucking rule. Cena doing the NWO Hogan run in AEW would be incredible, dude.
And the thing is, you actually have the good matches, you know?
Yeah, the matches would definitely be better, yeah. Dude, they've been getting heat on John for like 10 minutes. This is actually a collision main event.
Ryback hot tag, or what's the deal here?
I assume it's Ryback, yeah.
I think so.
DDT, my God, they're going to beat him. Cena stays alive, folks. Has anyone else been in the match, or has it just been Cena the whole time?
It's been Cena the whole time. You know, Joe, when I found out the Okada news that he was signing to AEW, when Sean said it's like going to happen, the first thing that came to my mind was Crosby saying the magazine cover, you know, the magazine cover of Roman and Okada. And,
yeah. The best Crosby moment recently was we did that Fed Dead show where we predicted the Mania card.
Mm-hmm.
And he had that kind of outburst about Shayna Baszler. It fucking ruled.
He did.
He got like very heated about it. It was like lashing out. It was incredible. Peak Jackson Crosby.
I mean, I get it, but also it's 2024, man. She'd been there for like 10 years now.
You know? Yeah, take it easy, bro. Like, yelling at me about Shayna Baszler, like chill out. Oh my God, Seth Rollins just took an incredible back body drop. Ambrose weren't far behind him either. Look at this.
My God.
This is a hell of a hot tag, folks. Ryback was so over. Oh my God, he killed Ambrose. Ryback was so over at this point.
I don't want to shit when somebody's down, but...
You don't want to shit when someone's down?
You see Tamina retired and nobody gave a fuck, bro. Just...
I didn't know she retired, but I'm glad you don't want to shit when someone's down. Oh my God, they're spilling the floor.
My God. Freaking Tyler Black.
Tyler Black. Poor Lillian just got like wiped out on that. My goodness. Wow.
People see Ryback and they think he's Wardlow. Come on.
Wardlow got really over there for a minute, bro. I remember it.
All Wardlow has is a powerbomb of Symphony, which sucks. And then he has that knee where he murders people.
Yeah, but what does Ryback have, though?
He's awesome. He's an awesome wrestler. And then Wardlow has a shitty twist of fate or whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Whisper in the wind, you mean?
Whisper in the wind, yeah. Who cares? We got the real thing doing it, you know. He might not do it good, but he fucking gets up there and just falls.
Yeah.
He prays. He looks at God and says,
"Dude, look at the people, Manny. Look at people on their feet, bro." Spear. Oh fuck!
That guy has his hands over his head.
Oh shit!
Believe it. Oh
fuck!
No shit!
Fucking rude.
The gut punch. The standing knees.
That rude. I don't know where you're at in the match, Manny, but this, what's happening for you right now?
Roman did the big dog yell, and then Cena took him out.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy fuck! Where is Manny in the match, Bob? He's like 2 minutes. When you
try and... Roman just hit the spear.
There you go.
Which one?
For the win.
Okay, good. I was going to say, if it was through the barricade, I would have been concerned. All right, we'll catch you up in a minute for the main event. I assume the main event's... There must be something else in between this and the main event.
Yeah, I believe they have 2 pretty short matches and then the main event.
Yeah, no way Roman's going 49 minutes, like an hour, you know.
The Rock, you mean? Rock.
Yeah. What do they call him?
Roman.
Oh, Samoans.
Yeah, exactly.
If you ever were to meet The Rock, what would you call him? Would you go up to me, "What's up, Dwayne?" or "What's up, Rock"?
I call him DJ.
Or you go, "Hey, Rocky."
Rocky, yeah. Mr. Maivia.
Because part of me was like, if I ever met him, do I go Rocky? But then I said, no, I think I'm going to save that one for if I ever meet Stallone. You know, just Stallone. Hey, Rocky.
The people's champ. The most electrifying man in all of sports entertainment. God, man. I can't believe we're actually at a point in the timeline where Dwayne's going to be like a top heel for a month or so. Fucking awesome.
It ruled, man.
It's fun.
I don't know. You can't call him Sly. It's still, you go up to Stallone. Sly. Rocky.
I mean, would you actually call him Rocky, do you think?
Hey, Rambo, what's going on? I don't know if I want to call him a war criminal, you know.
Yeah.
What about Arnold Schwarzenegger? You go, "Hey, Arnie," or
probably. I think most people probably do say Arnie, right? I think
T100, you know, or I don't know.
Yeah, Bob, you're saying there's 2 matches between this and the main event. They're not really rushing. This is incredible.
Yeah, they're both short.
I'm fascinated by this.
The governor. Yeah, I guess you can be governor.
Has the pivot been a net positive with Heel Rock and the All-Star tag? I mean, it's you have to like. I don't think Manny and I had the people to ask. Like Bob, maybe can get a better read because he's invested in the Cody thing. But as personally speaking, it's been a net positive because I find the Dwayne thing to be interesting. I mean, it's obviously a fucking mess, but I do find the Rock thing to be interesting.
I don't know if I would call that.
I didn't expect him to actually go heel, so that's been surprising. And kind of has added a layer to it. Like, the story's all fucked now. They still haven't explained why Cody gave it up in the first place, and probably just won't explain that. But
look who it is. Poor Ziggler.
Dude, this act was pretty based.
They were
fucking loser now on TNA. All that momentum for the New Japan show just got snuffed out on one show.
Let him cook. I'm sorry to say. You have to. Dolph Ziggler in TNA is like the most like. It's like Kurt Hennig in WCW. It's like in the room. It's been a thing people have talked about for so long. It had to happen. It was inevitable. Destiny. It was destiny.
And then you see it happen. You see the highlights and be like, huh, maybe you should just went with the safe choice and just went to AEW. You know, and just.
I don't know. Yeah, it's brutal. TNA's tough, dude. I honestly look. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe you prove me wrong in the in New Japan. But I honestly just think I don't think he's got much left to offer. To be honest with you,
no,
I could be wrong.
I think he got dealt a bad hand. You know, the 2 Radicals matches, and then the 2 Rascals matches he had, and then
the Radicals,
and then he's
maybe, bro, maybe.
He's wrestling a shitter in Finley. So I mean,
I think he's 43, and maybe it's not. Maybe it's not quite what we hoped it would be. It happens. We'll see.
Who the fuck is that? Oh, it's Booker T. I was like,
yeah. What is happening here?
Poor Booker is about to get canceled too.
What?
I don't know. I just see people trying to cancel him on Twitter now.
What are you talking about? What did he do?
I don't know. I just see people saying how he's an asshole now, or so. I don't know. I
You know
didn't.
what Booker T did? Because I don't want to take Manny's not the person I want to be using my fucking indicator on this. What is he talking about?
I think there's something been happening with his promotion, and one of the wrestlers there had a problem with one of the other wrestlers, and it just wasn't handled as well as it should have been. I don't know the full story. I was just kind of reading up on it a little bit the other day, but yeah, people
Fucking
are
hell, Hooper.
saying he didn't handle
Look
it.
at this, you fucking lunatic. They try to cancel.
Yeah.
The story is he allegedly fired a woman for reporting a stalker incident. Holy
Yeah.
fuck. Okay, let me be clear. And this is why I didn't use Manny as my indicator on these things. They try to cancel him. Fuck. I mean, it sounded like he liked a tweet or something. Good God. Trying to get me in trouble on here, bro. Manny the Hooper sitting out here like, yeah, the wokes are trying to get Booker T, and it's about him being being a dick. Jesus wept. Oh my good God.
To be honest, it's news to me too. I didn't know. I just saw people complaining about it on the time.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have brought it up in that case. Manny seeing that someone's in trouble with something, immediately assuming it's bullshit. Oh, try to cancel Booker T. Fucking losers. It's like,
holy
the stalkers
shit.
carrying around guns, dude.
Sabrina, you know, her and just I can't say.
Sit this one out, bro. You've done enough damage.
She's fired from the 3-point line right now. 22 shots.
I would like to apologize on behalf of Manny the Hooper for his comments a moment ago. He's bless his heart. He thought Booker T was in trouble for liking a tweet and didn't realize that he'd done something actually awful. You must understand, this is how the Hooper scrolls his timeline. He sees 3 words, makes his mind up, and continues on. And most importantly, he's not the same man he was 3 minutes ago. Absolutely true.
Sorry, I don't have the same timeline as Shawn Michaels. You know, some of us aren't blessed like that.
Meanwhile, at the Elimination Chamber in 2013, Dolph Ziggler is dressing Kofi Kingston for the 150th time.
Is Kofi still Jamaican here?
Yes, I think so. Yeah,
he doesn't have the accent, but like he still has the music and stuff. And
my God,
this is probably a year and a half before the New Day.
Yeah, a couple of years before it gets fully going, right?
Yeah,
kind of weird. You bring it up, Bob, Kofi, and Big E doing some spots in this. It's interesting. Oh my goodness! Whoa, close shave there with AJ. The trouble in the paradise. Dolph is very anxious about where his foot was there on that false finish.
If anybody cares about the All-Star weekend, Steph Curry has to be 26 points in the 3-point contest.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there.
Keep us updated, Manny.
Woo! Great thigh slap.
This is a pretty hot little match. I know they're going to go short. They haven't got the time to go much longer, especially there's another match for the moment, but this is actually quite good.
Oh, shit. I think Stephanie might be cooked here.
Stephanie?
Oh, Sabrina.
This is, I mean, these guys had a lot of, I know these guys wrestled a lot and had a lot of good matches, but this is interesting to see such a short pay-per-view match. Okay. It appears that you're behind on the All-Star game, man. Are you watching through creative means?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's how it always is.
You can't rely on Manny. Just anything Manny presents on this show, you have to be concerned if something's wrong with it. Oh my God. Suplex, he dropped him on the top rope.
Well, Curry won the 3-point contest.
Dude, that match was fucking awesome. 4 minutes.
That was 4 minutes?
Oh! Yeah, exactly, Manny. I was waiting for you to pop for that.
That was the ugly. What's his finisher called?
The zigzag.
That's it. Well, could work on that a bit, but
Yeah.
it sounds like a Brian Gewirtz kind of creation.
This is a cool time for Dolph here, you know, with AJ and Big E. It's a good act.
Yeah.
He's physically still super sharp, so good times. All right, folks, we hope you're enjoying this. Specifically, Manny's ongoing news reports that are coming through throughout the evening here. I did not see the Nemeth Cardona match. I heard it was not so good. I think Ibu watched it. I think that's the
Really,
that.
really, there's things going on in this world. I mean,
yeah, yeah, true.
There's other graphs to watch and
Yeah.
things to do to then watch Cardona. Where would that even happen?
It was at Eminem GCW.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Of course. My goodness, Big E's now beating the hell out of him too.
Did they know they'll become brothers in a year or two?
Well, I know that's true, but yeah, if you want.
When did Kofi get a back tattoo?
Apparently in 2013.
I guess, yeah.
Now, to be fair, I do think it was around this time, I would say. I don't remember him having the back tattoos when he was like IC champ and so on and so forth when he first was getting his run.
Yeah,
Bob, do we have an official report on when Kofi got the tattoos?
Yeah, I think it was around this time.
They're saying one more time.
I'm telling you, man, like you kind of forget these things. This was like a money act they had here, but they didn't really do it. I mean, I know Dolph won the belt, but it was over pretty soon, right? I think.
Is Creed around here? Xavier here at this time?
He's in NXT, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Could be wrong. Okay. How long we got left of this program? My God, we're in the final stretch here. Chat, what are we thinking so far? Elimination Chamber for 2013. Good show. I think it's actually been a good show, honestly. I've enjoyed it. It's
pretty fun.
Yeah, I don't think there's been anything bad on it. Really.
What?
Reviewing Elijah vs. Speedball. Who's Elijah?
Cookie, man. Where did that happen?
Elias? Oh. No. That's a crazy match.
Somebody has to talk to Mike Bailey. I think he has his career all messed up. He needs to have a real sit down with somebody and set him straight.
There you go.
What is this they're showing here? Why are they showing me Jerry Lawler's App Store?
App Store?
Yeah, you're not seeing this on the show?
I'm watching it. He doesn't even know how to use the iPhone.
It's Michael Cole's. Never mind. I was going to say Jerry Lawler's was probably very concerning. The WWF app. Look at this, dude.
You can never trust somebody with like.
Oh my God, Lawler's showing off his back. Oh, this is unfortunate. Let's move on from this, please. Get a wrestler come out, please, God.
This interface is totally mid to 2010s. I mean, like.
Oh fuck! It's Tyrus. Oh shit! Good God, man! Cody Rhodes was in the pre-show wrestling Tyrus 11 years ago. It's crazy.
Tensai. Hell yeah.
Tensai, head coach of the World Wrestling Federation.
Oh shit! It's A-Train.
Bob, what was WWE Active? Was asked earlier. I missed this.
It was part of the app. It looked like I didn't have the app. I don't know. One of the things they tried, like tout, and what is this?
Oh my God. Okay, now we were just putting this show over. Don't make fools of us here. You know this is unnecessary. WWE Magazine was still a thing back then. Like.
Okay.
The magazine thing was awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
Too bad we
This
don't have
was-
physical media anymore.
This was the 2K game with Punk on the cover too. That cut to the crowd was crazy. Did you see how bored people looked in that building, bro? People were just sitting there watching this dumb pre-tape take place.
Oh, look, it's Robbie Lawler.
Acting where?
Oh, CM Punk is at the show. Dang, holy shit.
I assume you're talking about the UFC show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you brought up CM Punk, he popped up on my screen.
Active was just facts and polls throughout the show on the app. There you go, Bob.
Good engagement. Good metrics.
Yeah. Entertainment vehicles.
Exactly.
That's pretty weird. How it's kind of weird seeing Trinity in this.
Oh my God.
But,
Manny.
huh.
Look who's in the next match. I think you're behind.
Yeah.
You should skip forward very, very shortly. You're like 20, May 10th at the behind.
Is that Tamina?
Yes, it is. Now, Manny, you kind of set this up without realizing it, but is this the first Tamina Grinalong we've done?
It might be. Who's that person
History.
with her? Is that Michelle Cool?
Michelle Cole. Caitlin? You talking about Caitlin?
Oh.
Yeah.
Michelle Cole. It's Caitlin, yeah. Now, Caitlin is the champ at this point, right, Bob?
That's the champ?
She is.
I think so, yeah. This is on WWE Active last Monday. So there was obviously there was video content on there too, clearly. This looks like a hell of an angle they shot on this WWE Active app.
How did WWE come up with these names, like WWE Active and all that?
Oh my God.
I don't know. What did Bob just yell at?
That whole team of people.
Bob, what did you
Thrown her
just
into
exclaim
the
at?
end table and throwing her into the end table and lamps and shit, man. It's physical.
No, I'm sorry. I got distracted by Caitlyn
Okay.
here. I was just like, this does not look like wrestling gear. It looks like somebody just, working a job and walked onto the street,
Did you see that dude's sign? He had the Caitlyn sign, and his shirt was a WWE logo shirt, just a black shirt with the WWF logo. I fucking love stuff like that, dude. Just a black shirt with the WWE logo. That's the one I want, brother. Forget the wrestlers. Give me that logo. See, it popped me like, did you see that thing that AEW was the top? Like the AEW logo was like the best selling AEW shirt. It's like that shouldn't be the way it is, bro. I'm sorry. It's not bad. It's not it should be.
Bro, the new shirts AEW's coming with are pretty nice.
Yeah, they've got some good ones recently, yeah. The Sting one that Matt was wearing the other way.
I'm convinced somebody else is making those Sting shirts because they're too nice to be AEW.
That's the thing. Yeah, there's like, it isn't just one. There's like multiple good Sting shirts.
That Julia Hart's gear is awesome too.
I haven't seen that. Yeah, there's been some cool shirts as of late. Look at that. Tight collar and elbow there, brother. Divas tight on the line. So who was the top gals of this era, Bob?
Caitlyn.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean, Caitlyn and AJ. Caitlyn and AJ have the big match at Payback. Tamina's up there. Eve is still around.
Where's Natalia and all this?
Eve, yeah. Natalia must be
there. Yeah. I think the Bellas are back by now.
Man, she sucks, bro. Fuck.
Who?
Tamina.
Oh, that was nasty. You already said you don't like to shit when people are down. You should just show respect. Very nasty. She hasn't even done anything wrong yet, has she?
Yeah, she tripped while she was trying to get up, and then she fell into the ropes.
I missed it.
Who are some of these?
Backslide.
Natalia. Some other ladies.
Good God. My goodness. I always feel bad. Like, look at the house for the people for this match. Okay, here are the divas. They're showing us the top contenders. Layla's there. Who is the lady on the left?
See, that's what I was reacting to, so I guess I'm ahead of you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh!
Might have been
What was that
Rosa Mendez
reaction
was
to?
still there, I believe.
Rosa, that's who it was. Yeah, it's Rosa.
You'll see right now. She does a headbutt to the corner.
That was pretty gnarly, to be fair.
No, it wasn't a headbutt. She threw her head into it.
I think Caitlyn, people have said Caitlyn was pretty good. I don't think I've seen much of her matches. I don't think.
Was she a Impact Knockouts champion?
She was not, no. As far as I know, anyway. She may have been, but I don't think so.
I don't know if I can add that to her resume then.
Yeah. Only the real hoopers hold the Knockouts title, right, Manny?
Yeah. If you Gordon Grace, she hold it 10 times,
Bro, but they're having a nice little Champions Carnival match here. Big boots going in. Look at this. The crowd is just brutal, man. That's the real thing with these matches. You have no chance. Like, look at the people. They're on before the Rock match. Like, it's just...
Everybody knows what they're here for.
Even if Tamina could have a good match, you wouldn't know in 3 minutes before the Rock versus CM Punk. It's not happening.
Yeah.
They are absolutely silent. It's brutal. She's trying to get some juice out of this big splash too. She's going up slow.
She's Jimmy Snuka's daughter, right?
She is indeed. Another one they're trying to cancel, Manny.
Don't worry, he's not cancelable. The Rock put him on his big board.
He wasn't supposed to agree that he wasn't. Oh, fuck. I was trying to make a joke about someone who'd done something that was clearly more important than just being cancelled, and Manny went, "Don't worry, bro. He's fine." Doing shows with Manny the Hooper is like sparring with Mike Tyson, folks. You have to really keep your guard up at all times. He's deadly. Deadly. For anyone wondering why it went in the match, Tamina got hit by a spear and kicked out of 3.1, which is fucking awesome. I hope she just did that like on the fly to protect her brand in the business. That crowd was so spiteful, dude. Look at the way they're just sitting there watching this.
At least they kept the lights on and AEW just turned them off. So
yeah, true. Good point. It makes it much better.
It's less noticeable, Just...
Yeah. Oh my god, they've got the coming home track, the Diddy track for this. My goodness, I forgot this was that main.
Hell yeah.
I'm never gonna forget where I was at an AEW show one time and the women came on and the lights just came dark. I said, "Man, what the hell happened? What happened to the lights?"
It's brutal, man.
And I just see people walking up, and I said,
"Fuck, it's getting better though, Manny. I know you're a hater, but the women's division's getting better in AEW."
No, I know. They stepped their game up. Just wish that. Oh shit, it's P Diddy.
True. So this Mania sucked, right, Bob?
Yes. Punk and Taker's good, and what else is good? Jericho and Orton, I believe, had one really good match on that show. Other than
Jericho was Jericho's was Fandango, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on. Cena Rock is bad.
Look at this live report here. Can confirm it stunk. Very, very unfortunate. All right, it's time, folks. Main event time. If The Rock gets counted out or disqualified, CM Punk wins the WWE Championship.
That WrestleMania
main event.
That WrestleMania. Wait, never mind. It wasn't this one. This is 2013. Never mind.
Yeah, you're right, mate. Don't worry.
I remember I invited my family over to the one in New York. I don't know when that one was. I think it was 19 or 20. Or 19 or 18.
Yeah.
2019, you mean?
Yeah.
35, yeah.
Yeah.
I was there.
I couldn't tell if you meant like WrestleMania 19 or...
Yeah. I remember I was trying to get back into wrestling and I invited my whole family over. They came over and they were all trying to watch it and they said this sucks and they all left early.
That show was very long. That was when I was doing the live results for Fightful. So I was like updating the results of the show, and it was like the longest show in the history of the world.
Yeah.
And that was the show where Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio went like 40 seconds. Which I always thought was like an incredible piece of history. I know like one of them was hurt. I think Ray was hurt, but
yeah, Ray got hurt.
It just always popped me. Samoa Joe's only WrestleMania match was like 1 minute long, and he worked there for like 6 years. He would always get hurt Mania season. We got a recap here of the Rumble match. Now, Bob, would you agree with my earlier assessment? That's the match people remember, right?
Yep.
Is the Rumble match?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that CM Punk wrestled The Rock, a fucking somebody that thought was going to do nothing in this business, to wrestling The Punk, to wrestling The Rock.
The Punk. The Punk. You've been on fire tonight, bro. I mean, this has been maybe a new record for Manny. Like, just inexplicably say, what was it you said earlier about the pills, the painkillers?
Oh, yeah.
It's a legend killer, the painkillers.
That one, a minute ago, was like you set it up. You were like, someone I didn't think would do anything in this business, and now he's wrestling The Punk. Punk and Dwayne. This is always a really funny visual just because of like how different these fellas look, you know? They're very different wrestling archetypes, I think it's fair to say.
The Rock's like, man, I got my new Stone Cold Steve Austin here.
Something like that, yeah. I'm not quite sure that's what he was thinking, but maybe. I think he was just thinking, man, I can't believe I'm wrestling The Punk. Rock looks absolutely ridiculous. Look how big Dwayne.
Yeah, but at least CM Punk's matching going aura for aura with them, you know?
Kind of. Punk had better content. The aura thing's hard because he just doesn't look. Punk's whole thing is he's not larger than life, right? He's just a dude.
But he's got a feeling about him, you know? When you look at him, you're like, oh, that's a dude, you know?
He definitely does. I don't know if he should have wore that white knees to face shirt when he was talking to him, but you know, could have dressed up a little bit, you know. I don't know what that would look like for Punk necessarily, but
Can't believe The Rock's bigger than he is now, right now, like muscular wise, you know.
Yeah. That's a hell of a house to go. Look at that big shot of the building.
Yep.
But this is probably Punk's best time in WWE, right? When
This like this couple years here. He has like the big babyface run. He turns heel on The Rock, finishes his reign, works with Taker, does the Brock stuff. Like, this is his.
Fuck, man, what's burning?
Burning? You should probably go figure that out, bro. The fuck is he asking us for, Bob? Can you believe he tried to get us thrown off the airwaves earlier? Can you believe that?
There's a lot going on there.
I'm glad you were here. I could have gone completely awry there. I didn't know what he was talking about. We're under a month away from LNG 100, and this fucker's trying to end the late night Grin.
You be careful with him, man.
You do. I'm telling you, Mike Tyson, bro. Insane. It's a shame this run didn't have a better belt. No?
My fucking brother started a fire outside.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what he was going to come back and tell us there. That could have gone any which way, you know.
He
comes back on camera and there's smoke everywhere, and he's.
No, you weren't on Discord that one day where I was chatting with the boys, and then my brother comes in and says somebody's trying to break into your car, and I go out there with a gun and all that. It's just.
No, I was there. And I remember you. What the fuck? Sprinting. I remember it vividly. Okay, let me inform the Twitter that we are at Rock Punk time. I know most of you are watching on the Twitch. If you are watching the YouTube, give us a thumbs up. If you're watching on the Twitch, do whatever. I don't know what you do on the Twitch to do the thumbs up. You can't do a thumbs up on Twitch, right? I think
You just do follow trends.
Check the Twitch.
Oh, Hernandez.
Hernandez, you watching a TNA show now, I think?
No, I'm watching this UFC prelim fight. Or I guess it's the opening bout.
Main card, yeah. Knockout?
Nah, he's just piecing up this Russian.
This Russian?
You gotta take the victories when you can.
This Russian, the way you said that.
This Russian's not wrestling, bro. He's trying to stand with Hernandez, A wrestler trying to box a Mexican, man. You can't make this shit up.
You gonna watch the
Oh no, he's fighting back. No, he's gonna knock him out.
Oh no. Manny, you can't. There's no way you've set yourself up this bad. You're gonna comment on something you didn't even need to and make you be wrong immediately. That's crazy. Dwayne looks incredible here, man. Look at him.
He does.
Bob, so I missed it. So did Punk steal the belt back?
Yeah. On Raw.
Okay. Got ya. Dude has a sign that says Rocky Rocks. That's terrible.
That's a very bad play on words.
Yeah, true. You're definitely the person to comment on that on this night, man. A good call. Play on words, Hooper.
Finally, The Rock has come back. That's not true. He's been back for a while. I mean,
Now, I don't know if I'm not even sure I've seen this match, to be honest. I saw, I rewatched the Rumble match recently, and it's good. Rock gets very, very tired in that match. Very tired.
He does.
He kind of gets off on a pace that he can't keep, and Punk kind of settles it down, and they do this big finish with, I think Vince comes out and shit like that, but it's pretty good. Is this, Bob, considered to be better or worse than the Rumble match generally?
I always have kind of heard of the Rumble match being better. Like you said, I just think a lot of people forget about this one more than anything.
Yeah.
But again, I just watched a Rumble match a couple months ago too, so I'm interested in seeing which one holds up better.
Wow, that's such a New Japan shot right there. Shit, man.
Fucking Manny. New Japan. The way that you did that so, you were emotional there, shit, man. Shit. It's fucking powerful stuff right there. New Japan shot, man.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
No, I knew exactly what you're talking about. That's what makes it funny, yeah. It's just the way you put it over, Pop Me. Punk is in great shape here, man.
Can't believe CM Punk, the only CM Punk wrestler from New Japan, was fucking Kojima.
Kind of ruled, though. We're being real about it. It kind of ruled. Actually, didn't kind of it fucking ruled. That match was really good.
We could have Tanahashi.
Ibu's in the house, he said. The Rumble match was good. This rematch was much weaker based on memory.
The Mexican beat the Russian. Let's go. It's for if anybody hasn't seen the UFC.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Keep us updated on the Cejudo fight when that starts. Probably got 15 minutes till it starts, but
Reese, I can't watch Rocky movies. I get too into them. I feel like I'm with Stallone while he's training, and we're getting ready for these big fights. That are coming up.
Sounds right. Sounds like you. Okay. Here we go, folks. Referee, final check of both champion and challenger. Punk and look at this. Big fight feel, fellas. Michael, as soon as I said that, Michael Cole said big fight feel.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody says, man. That spinning WWE belt is fucking awesome.
You're crazy, bro. You're a pervert.
That's just what I grew up on,
This is definitely a different.
It really depends.
Pace. Go on, Bo, was that?
It depends who had it, really. It looked really shitty when Orton had it, but for Rock or Cena, yeah, sure.
It looked cool on Punk too.
When you compare it to the big
Yeah.
goal that we saw earlier, I don't know if I can co-sign this talk.
That's
Imagine they had the big gold spinning belt with the big plate just.
Oh no! You love people in the chat agree with you, bro. You're right. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old. Okay, so I think you're seeing here in the start of this match that Rock agrees with the assessment. He got tired in the last match because they've got a very different pace here out the gate at the Elimination Chamber.
Look at CM Punk work this fight like a UFC fight. You know, he's throwing some leg kicks, trying to set the distance.
What was actually weird was Punk was like, did you see Punk was talking to Dwayne in the first headlock?
He was.
Yeah, it's like that's just interesting because you would think that Rock's matches would be like put together like fight scenes, right?
But didn't The Rock pop too when he can put the match together in the ring?
For sure, but this is, you got to remember, this is like, he's wrestling at once in a blue moon here, you know? Like, I can't imagine they're calling it in the ring with The Rock in 2013. There's no way.
Man, Joe, you think they're going to be recording The Rock's his training camp? Because you remember
yeah. They are, right? Rock said they're recording it.
I imagine like William Regal like traveling with him, and he's sitting, he has his arms on the ropes. Come on, Rocky, you got it. We'll hit the backdrop.
Rock's like watching tape of himself, like taking himself back, you know.
He's like, can you call Ziggler in to help me train? Like, he doesn't work for the company anymore. What?
God, that fucking rules. Go get some sparring in.
Bring in Sean Spears.
He's not doing anything else. He might as well. These fellas are working a nice house show main event thus far. Here we go. Arm drag. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat there from Dwayne Johnson.
Man, those cats look like they're ready to pop at any minute, man. They're like jiggling and
it's a crazy build to be doing pro wrestling.
all right.
My goodness.
Picking up a little bit.
Yep, it slows down again in a minute.
So you see The Rock work in the midsection because CM Punk doesn't have any abs, so he knows he's soft there.
The crowd is like, they think it's a big deal, but they're not as hot as the way they're wrestling this. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not like the pace they're wrestling at. You'd think they were like fucking absolutely popping huge. They're not really. They're kind of
Sometimes when you're in the crowd, you kind of you get a feeling like, oh, this is gonna go long, you know?
Yeah. It's also, this is a rematch from like 3 weeks ago. You know, it's not like it's some sort of dream match. They just did it.
Wait, when did they wrestle? The Royal Rumble was 3 weeks before this?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
What? I thought you had a month in between.
What's the date today?
No,
it was this
they
day
used to
today.
make a February pay-per-view.
Yeah. Shorter build, right? Used to be.
Yeah.
This is no Kenny Danielson, but it's pretty good.
You definitely joined us tonight expecting this to be Kenny and Danielson, definitely.
To be honest, I had no idea what to expect.
The psychology here, Manny, I don't know if you saw, but if Rock gets disqualified, Punk wins the belt. So that's why Punk's trying to like get under Rock's skin.
You know what The Rock's missing? He's missing a goatee.
If you want, I guess. I don't know if he's saying that he was missing necessarily, but yeah. He had the goatee.
That's gross.
Cena, right? What?
He just get an oogie in his forehead.
I don't even know where Manny's at in the show anymore. I've lost all awareness of what Manny's seeing. So,
and he's wrestling with the oogie on his forehead, man.
Okay, I must be. Did he just wipe it off? I just see him wipe it off, I think. Yeah. Manny's more attentive than I'm missing these matters. Okay, it looks like Punk's just cut him off. How was the undercard of the show?
Oh, shit.
Honestly,
wait.
Yeah. Right?
Vanderlei's in the Hall of Fame.
That's cool.
Let's fucking go. The Axe Murderer.
God bless. His UFC record must be hilarious because by the time he actually got to the UFC, he was washed, bro. The best Wanderlei UFC fight was when he like
It showed a highlight of Vanderlei holding some guy's face down while he's knocked out and just punching him repeatedly until the ref stopped him.
He was an animal, man. Brian Stan, when he rolled back the years, was a great fight for Wanderlei. To answer Ibu's question, the undercard actually was a lot of fun. It kind of slowed down here in the Divas title match, honestly, through very little fault of their own, just had no heat. But Dolph and Kofi had a good sprint. The Chamber match actually was really good, even though Swagger was the winner. Del Rio and Big Show had a good match. It's a good show, man. It's been good. Not really been anything bad on it. It's gone quick, too. Unfortunately, Dwayne is fucking exhausted.
Yep.
And what's kind of alarming about that really is that he really hasn't done anything here, has he? He's kind of just, oh my God, look at Dwayne breathing in this headlock. Wow. JBL is talking about Rick Rude and the US title, which rules.
Hell yeah.
Manny, what's happening in the UFC card?
Yeah, they just showed Vanderlei kicking the shit out of Chris Lieben.
They did?
Yeah.
Must have been a short clip because Chris Lieben definitely won that fight, right? I remember that fight. Remember? Chris Lieben of Wanderlei, remember that fight?
Wait. Then why did they show the clip of... Oh, I guess I got it.
No, he definitely was. He was hitting Chris with some big shots, and then Lieben turned it around on him. I remember it. The Rock is fucked, fellas.
Yeah,
fellas. The Rock is.
He's got nothing left.
He looks absolutely exhausted.
I guess he didn't have a good training camp.
Dude, look at this match. Punk is just like. Look at Rock's in the chin lock. The crowd isn't even very hot either.
Well,
no, they still got about 10 minutes too.
They did see a barn burner of Caitlyn and Tamina before this, so.
Classic Manny blaming the women immediately, bro. Classic Manny. You tell Manny that Rock's blown up at 6 minutes, and he's like, "Yeah, but the women. Have you considered Caitlyn? Nice punch." Dwayne is. This is an interesting match. These fellas are having an interesting match here. Bumped early on that big clothesline there. Yeah, I'm intrigued kind of how the people come up to the comeback because right now they're pretty tame. What's wrong?
Dan Henderson, not Dan. Henderson looks really old out there, man.
Who?
Henderson.
Who is Henderson?
What?
What are you talking? Who are you talking? Who the fuck is Henderson, Manny? Who is it? Tell me who it is.
The UFC.
Who Henderson? Henderson who?
Dan Henderson.
He's old, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what I was confused. I was like,
so what the fuck are you telling me?
No, he looks.
Your exact words were, he looks really old out there, which made it sound like he was fighting, firstly. I knew Dan Henderson wasn't fighting. Dan Henderson's 50.
Yeah, no,
what the fuck do you want him to look like?
No, the way he went up to Vanderlei right now, he was like with his back hunched over and like wobbly towards him.
That's fine, but when I asked who, why did you not say Dan Henderson? What the fuck?
I thought I said his name wrong. I was like,
maybe you did. Maybe I missed it. Maybe it may have been one of those StreamYard things where we both spoke at the same time. From my perspective, I said who Henderson, you said what? Meanwhile, they're still in a chin lock here at Elimination Chamber 2013. So
yeah, I don't think The Rock's okay.
No, his punch still looks pretty good. This is when they used to get really, really like scared about guys had to have their hands up, otherwise it looked fake. God forbid.
Oh yeah.
Like you see that, like Punk's trying to sell the punches like a wrestler, and he has to put his hands up because otherwise Mike Chioda will shit himself in the middle of the ring. It's fucking Vince is gonna be yelling so loud in his ear.
Let's fucking go. Roosh just try to just quote dunked on Rob Viper.
I don't know if you needed to victory like that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, it's just funny. Just
I mean, I don't know, Rob. I really don't know that.
I like Rob Viper, but
I mean, holy fuck, dude. We just literally pumped his fist because someone did a quote tweet. Holy fuck, man.
You know what? Say that to Rob. I like Rob.
I don't know, Rob. I don't know why you're victory lapping that someone dunked on him. It also seems very likely that, as Andrew mentioned, that Roosh is lying about whatever he's dunking him on.
Yeah, that's what makes it funny. He says, I had AEW confirm my injury.
Okay, fine. Bob, you've been known to be pretty online at times. Have you ever pumped your fist at a quote tweet?
No, I don't think so.
I believe that.
But,
I don't think you have.
Now you see what happens behind the scenes here at Hooper Central.
Yeah. You sure have seen that tonight, folks. You've seen a lot from Manny the Hooper tonight. I'm still reeling at him trying to get us taken off the air. That was a scary moment there for.
I'm like Brian Cage trying to get my shit in. What? Some old what?
Look at the old ass TVs. They just use the tablets now, but
the
monitors,
they said they have old STDs. I said, what are you talking about?
They're picking it up a little bit here. I mean, a little bit. They ain't exactly. The announce table has been prepared over there. I mean, it's I mean, I got to be honest, fellas. When I booked this show, I actually thought like this would be a good chance to do a Dwayne bit and go all in on our Dwayne. This is not exactly excited me regarding Dwayne. I kind of forgot that he looked like this in 2013 because it is now 2024. That seems kind of alarming, to be honest. But dude, he can't. Punk is literally lifting him up. This is crazy. I didn't realize this was such an extreme like example of a guy getting blown up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a very impressive Punk performance because Rock can't do anything.
How many miles do you think you got to run to get in shape to be a wrestler?
I love the idea that you think I have an answer to that. Oh, shit. That announce table spot was funny. Yeah.
Dwayne said, man, come on, man. Just give me a minute.
How old is The Rock now? How old is Rock?
He's 52.
52 or so.
Oh, he's fucked, bro.
Yeah.
This has killed my excitement.
It's not going to work.
No, but he's going to do one. You know he's going to do one.
Oh, yeah.
He shouldn't, but he's going to.
Well, they can do it at Crown Jewel. Or
that was a good That was a good count-out spot. That was a really smart spot because he can win the belt on count-out. Good forearms.
Poor Dwayne. He's like, what the fuck did I get myself into?
This version of CM Punk was a good wrestler, in my opinion.
He was.
Call me crazy.
Have you seen Samoa Joe and Punk at Wembley?
No, never seen
it. Check it out. Bro, you want to see a good wrestler?
I bought the AEW All-In Blu-ray just so I could own that match.
Hey, man, you got to be careful, man. That media is going away. It's better to have it on...
I bought... The AEW DVDs and Blu-rays are so overpriced, but I bought All In, All Out because I was there in Chicago, you know? And it was a great show. And I also bought Supercard so I could own the Briscoes FTR 1 match.
Oh, yeah.
You know, after I watched this match in pay-per-view and I watched this UFC card, I'm going to do something Christopher Nolan didn't want us to do. And I'm going to watch Oppenheimer on Peacock.
You can't, man.
Yeah, that's despicable, yeah. Apparently, the police comes to your place when you do that, bro. It's crazy.
The SWATs might come too because I have ads. It's even worse.
Even worse. Nolan's gonna win the Oscar, right? Feels like.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I saw
Yeah,
Nolan said he wants to make horror films now too, and I said, "Oh,
That put me huge, bro.
That's right.
That would be crazy.
It's a wrap." I mean, there's Midnight Shyamalan thinks he makes in-depth horror films. You know, freaking Nolan's gonna come and just shit on his territory. You know.
Dwayne's getting a little bit of life here, folks. He's made a comeback.
yeah.
It's a solid punch.
He's made a comeback. Akash, to answer your question, I'm gonna start watching. We got like 10 minutes left, I think, and I'm gonna start watching the UFC.
Yeah, Cejudo's getting his gloves checked.
Okay, yeah, we got like 5 minutes left here. This is getting like now they're doing sequences and stuff. Dwayne's kind of getting through on adrenaline and like instincts kicking in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because before when they were doing like a traditional match, he looked like hell, to be honest. But this is it's a lot better.
He's moving like Kurt Angle right now. He's he's just
Which
going
version
spot to
of
spot.
Kurt Angle?
The one where he's not selling anything. He's just jumping up and waiting for the guy to get up.
Yeah.
Sharma, I'm watching the UFC right now on the side screen.
Rock bottom.
Oh, he's working the elbows and the ribs.
This is really interesting match from the crowd's point of view because initially they were doing like a slow burn and the crowd was really not into it. As soon as they've started doing like moves and back and forth, the crowd is now like fucking rocking, you know? It feels like they should have just worked a sprint, to be honest. Not even a sprint, just like an action, you know, kind of Clash of the Titans match. That near fall got a great reaction.
I don't know how I feel about that rock bottom because if we're talking logically here, I mean, Punk just spent a minute working his arm and his side, so the Rock shouldn't be able to hit that.
Yeah, psychology.
A little psychology for you.
Kyoto is down. Manny, who you got in the next fight?
I'm gonna go with Marab. I just want to go with him. Cejudo's already talking about retiring, and like I said earlier, he talked about retirement. It's time for you to be sent 6 feet deep.
Unforgiving, harsh but fair.
This game is filled with lying bodies. I mean, it is. It's what it is. What the hell? Kyoto went flying.
Yeah, bro, rip bump.
GTS. It's a good sell.
This is very spiteful. Even from a Twitter friend of mine, this is very spiteful. It's good. You could have just gone with Arn Anderson. I'm already conscious about it, and you could have gone with Arn Anderson instead. 03 Triple H. Like, it's just spiteful, venomous. I hope you're well though. Spinebuster.
Was Marab the one that was thanking the U.S. for helping him in World War II?
Oh, I'm not answering that. I don't know. You got me in enough trouble tonight, bro. I've already lost sponsors. It was elbow. My goodness, this is getting very dramatic now, isn't it, fellas? John Cone is here. Oh, they're rocking and rolling now. They're rocking and rolling. The house is hot now. They're on their feet.
Rock bottom.
True. This has picked up quite a lot, Bobby.
It is.
Shit, man.
It got better.
Oh God, not another ref bump. Jesus.
Yeah.
It was like a cone selling. Disgusting fly slap there from Punker on the big kick. John Cone appears to be suggesting he's hurt his ankle.
Who's that guy in the back? Who's that guy in the East jersey? Who is that?
In the jersey?
Yeah, in the back he has like an NBA Eastern All-Star jersey. Oh my God, bro! Come on. He broke his ankle. He broke his ankle. Holy shit! He broke his ankle.
True.
Oh my God! He broke it. You
My
can't
God, this
fake
is
that kind of pain.
This is a lot here, isn't it? Good God. Paulie's totally getting hit here. Anytime Paulie bumps, you know it's a big occasion. Oh my God, there's still no ref. Kyoto's back. This is ridiculous, dude. God, all of that for that.
Well,
what a fascinating match. There's 3 pieces of that match. You have the slow build, the start, which is brutal. You have the kind of move sequence section that's actually kind of beast, and then you have the finish that is fucking ridiculous. Wow. Yeah. Interesting. An interesting professional wrestling match is, I think, the best way to describe it. I don't know if it was good. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but the Rumble match is better. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm kind of dumbfounded by this. Oh,
yeah, you and me both, bro.
Never mind. I don't know. The Rock is over here celebrating, going like that, just.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And that's I'm right in saying that Cena Rock 2 is bad, right? Or is it unfortunate?
Yeah.
What's the deal with Cena
Rock
gets
hurt?
Yeah, it's bad.
He gets hurt right away, and then they keep going for like 25 more minutes. Yeah, I look back at the card. It's just Punk and Taker on that show. The rest of the show sucks.
Punk and Taker does rule, though, doesn't it, to be fair?
It's very good.
God, Triple H and Brock. Good God, this card.
Yeah, that match was okay. It was just shouldn't have happened.
And long.
Yeah.
Of course it was long. It was fucking Triple H WrestleMania match. Yeah, this is true, right? Willie's right about this. That Roman Cody rematch is going to be the most ridiculous. That finish is going to be like.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be like 8 different pieces of it, man.
I'm convinced now. I wasn't sure Roman was going to win, but now I'm more than confident that he's going to win now.
I think whatever happens, Rock's going to be involved in the finish.
Unless you take the angle of that. Unless you take the angle of the big dog losing and Roman, no, then the Rock's like, oh yeah, you're out of the family,
That's the best thing to do would be Roman actually loses the wrestling match and then Rock's like mad at him for it. What I think they're going to do is Rock's going to turn himself babyface by helping Cody, and that's like the lamest. That's like so lame, Like the Rock's the real hero of the story, like. Yeah. Well, there it is, folks. The Elimination Chamber 2013. Honestly, a good show. Actually surprised me. I picked it for Rock and Roman. Sorry, for Rock and Punk, and I think it was one of the least enjoyable things on the show. Weirdly, I actually really enjoyed the undercard. Yeah, it's weird. All right. If you did watch this on the YouTubes, please like, subscribe. And you watched on Twitch, do Twitch things. Bobby, do you have any plugs, any promotions, any final words?
No, I don't believe so. Grin Grappler, Gail Kim, February 27th. Late Night Grin 100, March 15th. And I don't know that we have anything before that. I don't think we're doing an Elimination Chamber preview or anything. I guess if Oracle wants to, we can, but I haven't talked to him about it. Yeah. But it's not much to the show. But yeah, Grin Grappler, Gail Kim, February 27th.
Wonderful. I love it. Manny, anything to put over?
No, nothing much. Just the Grin Grappler 100 and then...
the Grin Grappler 100. Thanks, Manny. Great job, man. Nailed it. That's what it is. Yeah, you're right. You do want to make an official statement, though. You want to apologize to the masses for your comments earlier, right? You're a new man now, right, Manny?
Oh, yeah, I'm a new man. You can't be the same guy you were 2 minutes ago. I mean,
you can't, no.
You learn, you adapt, you get made fun of, and you just adapt. I'm gonna go galaxy brain on you. You just adapt your take.
Yeah. So to be clear, you're no longer gonna just talk about the Booker T story like it's like a
that's just a misfortunate accident,
a misfortunate accident. That's what it is, Manny. You nailed it, bro. All right, folks, there you go. We hope you accept Manny's considered and polished apology.
Something's bound to happen again.
Quote, that was a misfortunate accident. So there you go, folks. Keep that in mind moving forward. I will be back. There's going to be a whole house show at some point, but I don't know when. As Bob mentioned, Grin, you know, the stuff over at Wrestle Furious Worldwide, the old flagship, maybe the new flagship as well. I don't know. But the big thing, LNG 100, March 15th. It's going to be special. Major announcement, some guest appearances, maybe a return. It's gonna be special. It's gonna be a hell of a night. So,
I got something to say real quick.
yeah, you do.
Make sure you guys eat your bananas, drink your water, and drink your electrolytes, man. You don't want to be getting cramps, man. You know.
Yeah,
Yep,
true.
that's true.
Good point. I'm glad you got in there after we did that plug.
Yeah,
I'm not sure yet about Revolution preview. The reason I'm not sure is because I know I don't know when Matt leaves. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'll see
he's
what the
going?
team wants to do. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. All right. With that, with all of that now said, and that covers a lot of ground. Have a great evening, folks. Keep grinning, all those good things. Enjoy your Saturday night. Maybe watching the UFC, whatever you may be watching. And we hope we entertain you some in Collision's absence. Enjoy this outro. Have a good one, folks. Good night.